themselves local, even after being bought by, well, not local people. Meanwhile, Hall & Sons Plumbing is still family-owned, veteran-operated, and proudly serving Jacksonville the way we always have, with a handshake, honest pricing, and real local roots. So if you want a plumber who actually lives down the road, not in a boardroom 3 states away, call Hall & Sons Plumbing. Local, family, real.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Thursday morning. It's Draft Thursday, and I guess, finally, that ridiculously long-running draft countdown. Have you seen those things? 128 hours. Well, we're down to cases. The Raiders are on the clock. We all know where they are going. And then after that, it's kind of a crapshoot, isn't it? There doesn't seem to be consensus at number 2. There are a lot of rumors in the top 10 of teams moving around. I think there's 4 or 5 teams this year that have multiple first-round picks, so there's going to be some fluidity to that first round. I just can't see a way for the Jags to get in round 1 and make tonight relevant for us, unless they deal future high picks. We've talked about the trade value chart, and it was kind of, I guess, invented by Jimmy Johnson, and it holds pretty true. If you look at deals around the NFL, it pretty much follows that point value system for draft picks. And the very first pick in the draft's worth 3,000 points, say. At the end of the 7th round, those are 1-pointers. So I'll give you 3,000 future 7th round picks to move up into round 1. So it would take, now look, when you get to the middle and those points are a lot closer, you can do a lot of shuffling with those 11 picks when you start from 56 and then go through round 7. And I imagine that's what we will see the Jaguars do. Now, a couple of the things that are out there in at least the Jaguars rumor mill. Even though tonight, I would expect tonight will come and go without the Jaguars making a selection as scheduled. There seems to be a lot of smoke right now. And this would surprise me, but with, team secrecy down there, they don't want to go, bring guys in for visits. They don't want to completely show their hand, but the buzz around the league seems to be that they're awfully interested in Notre Dame running back Jadarian Price. And so if he starts to slip in round 2 and it gets to a point that they could, make a smallish maneuver some of those later picks that they have. Again, I'll remind you, they got 3 in round 3. So that seems to be percolating news-wise when it comes to the Jags and what they may do this year. A second seeming conclusion, and I've been on this track for a while, is getting a tight end in those first 100 picks. It's strange. By all appearances, they're working on extension. James Gladstone said that. By the way, there's word that Parker Washington has reached a deal on his extension. It hadn't been announced yet, but I'm hearing like 4 years, $60 million, 4 years, $64 million. So Strange is still the one whose contract would come up. They've already picked up the option on Anton Harrison. So, and I would expect a deal to get done. He likes it here. He would seem to have a great skill set to grow along with the rest of this football team. But the rest of the depth chart at tight end, Quentin Morris, Hunter Long, their contracts are up at the end of this year. It's a position that needs to be rejuvenated. And the thought is you get some quality tight ends there in the top 100. I would expect one of those third rounders to be on a tight end. I would also expect one of the first 4 picks to be on an edge rusher. You remember that? We didn't get into the names at the time. And this is also with the knowledge that this number is going to get cracked into 4 or 5 times in the top 15. But remember, Sticks Jeremiah, as part of the whole draft evaluation, had said that he feels like there are 10 edge rushers that are top 50 players. It's great. Only the Jags picked 56. So any move up may not involve Jadarian Price. They may have their eye on a different running back that they would take in round 3 or 4. And, Operation Smokescreen is in the air. I don't know. I do know this. If there is a guy that James Gladstone is sold on, the Jags will be aggressive and go get him. How do I know this? His name is Travis Hunter. They're not going to do anything as big as trading away next year's first rounder. That's about the only thing I can guarantee out of old Trader Jimmy, and I'm not sure I can guarantee that. This is only the second draft. But with next year's draft being thought of to be very strong, and without a first rounder this year, I would think next year's first rounder would be off the table in any move up, particularly if you're not getting into the top, 15, where you've really got a guy that you're sure and he has fallen. So other draft storylines, because now they seem a lot more timely. We're going to get into that this hour and continue with that conversation throughout the morning. Liam Cohen certainly has watched the draft process. He's been a part of it to a degree, but man, it's a multitasking week for him. He's in, the team has gotten together for their offseason program to begin. And so, yeah, Cohen has got his eye on who the next Jags might be. I'm sure the scouting staff and the coaching staff have some back and forth. Cohen has got that perspective of being in college programs in the last 5-6 years. But more importantly, he's got his football team reassembled. And all that entails, and you'll hear from him to that regard a little bit later this hour. So lots of draft talk today, including the quarterback whisperer would be happy to see this. Among the rumor mill, I'll just read the headline and we'll circle back. Could Carson Beck be a first rounder? Well, that's come out of nowhere, no? I mean, in just about every prognostication, Ty Simpson is the second and only quarterback with a chance to be drafted in round 1, but we shall see. We'll give you all the latest draft buzz as we move along this morning. Man, we can unpack this Tommy Houck deal to return to Florida, and it includes a lot of zeros if you agree what we were reading yesterday. Did you see this number? E.T., good morning, friend.
Sup, I say, Jeffrey.
You were out and about last night, I can tell.
Oh, yeah, I was at the Taste of Golf last night.
The first tee event?
The first tee event.
I knew that. I knew that already. Some of my boys were at that event last night.
Oh, they saw me cutting up?
Yeah, they saw it. E.T. was there. They texted me. That's a shocker. I knew you were going out and about. He was, it started because I'm in a group chat with a bunch of Baselli's buddies, non-football industry buddies.
Uh-huh.
So it started with one of them clicking a picture of there was some Baselli signed something that was up for auction. He said he bid 8 cents and he won.
Oh, for
I think he's poking fun at the big fella.
Yeah.
But he said, yeah, E.T. was there. And I said, sure. I knew you had an event yesterday, so it's hard for me to tie it together. I thought because of who was sending it, there was some sort of Hall of Fame event maybe, or, I know Tony's event was a couple weeks ago. So anyway, I digress. How was it?
Oh, amazing event that First Tee puts on.
What is that Taste of Golf? What is that exactly?
Taste of Golf is basically where a lot of the country clubs in the area, they come together and they bring their signature dishes, and you're going around the world tasting the different dishes.
All right.
And it benefits the First Tee of North Florida, which allows kids to learn and grow in the game of golf.
Terrific organization.
Amazing. And they're doing a special event or a special initiative for underprivileged kids out in Brentwood.
Yeah.
And the initiative last night was to send 150 kids to summer camp in Brentwood. And it's just an amazing event.
I was here when the First Tee was born, right here in Jacksonville, and Joe Barrow, I think Joe Lewis's son, Joe Lewis Barrow was the the cog behind it, right? The main big name and administrator behind it. I remember when they broke ground on the facility. I once did a golf marathon for the first tee with Lenny Matisse, PGA Tour Pro Lenny Matisse. Yeah, we played 7 rounds at TPC Sawgrass one day. Yeah, it was 100 and whatever that
just
equals.
Kept going around?
Yeah, we just kept going around. It was a really cool event. Like I said, we were raising money for First Tee, and of course, Lenny is the headliner. Don't get me wrong. I was working at First Coast News at the time, and it was kind of a dual effort where, I was out there before sunrise and did a live shot on the morning news, and Lenny and I were getting ready, interview Lenny. We're getting ready to take off, and, they had done this deal where you pledge, how many holes did you play? And so the way they did it, though, and then they also, to raise money, there were foursomes who played, and they started about 10, but the way they did it was we went out and played the front 9 3 times, and then the other groups could start, and then we went out and played the back 9 3 times because no one had gotten there yet.
Right.
And then we just and then we played 18 4 times, and then just played through any foursomes that we needed to along the way. One of the more what should have been one of the more nerve-wracking sports moments let me make myself the main character here for a second. One of the more could have been knee-knocking, nerve-wracking moments happened at about, 11 o'clock in the morning, E. So as I said, we played the front 9 3 times. We played the back 9 3 times. Oh, and by the way, subplot about me, this was right after I'd taken my lessons. I was playing the best golf of my life, so it was fantastic. I didn't slow him up. I made 17 birdies that day over the course of all those holes. I played good golf, so it was not. We had caddies, and the idea is to play quick. You're moving along. That's a lot of golf, by the way.
It is.
7 rounds of 18.
Sheesh.
Yes. Sometimes we wonder, should we play an E9? Yeah, we went for about an E, 99. So we play the 3. And we play the 3, so we're coming from 18 to 1 to start our 4th round. And unbeknownst, and by the way, the show Inside the PGA Tour that used to air every week, it may still on Golf Channel. They were out there following us around. They put together a big deal. I had it at one point. I don't even think I even have that feature anymore. A lot of Lenny, little bit of Pross in that one. But so we turn to go from 18 to 1, and unbeknownst to either one of us, and with all appreciation, rightly, to Lenny Matisse and what he's sacrificing that day, I'm just show monkey doing live shots and playing along. But Tim Fincham, who was the commissioner of the PGA Tour at the time, has brought out the entire tour staff. I'm talking a couple 100, 300 people to the first tee. Really just as a nod to Lenny and, hey, thanks for being out here.
Yeah.
And, and that guy, hey, thank him too. But point is, I was hitting the ball pretty good, and I'm already now through 3 rounds. I'm just in, there is no brain activity. In other words, I could care. There could have been one person there. There could have been 8 million people there. I did not have the abject clutch up fear, nervousness that I should have had. I was lucky I had 3 rounds in me. So all that in a roundabout way to say shout out First Tee. Their event last night was at Sawgrass Country Club, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. All right. We can unpack the Tommy Houck deal to Florida. We'll do that when we return. We are up and rolling. We got a good one for you today. Doc Murphy's in studio with us, so we'll go over any and all injury scenarios that are out there. There's the kid from Miami. He's got back issues. I don't like it when you declare an injury asymptomatic. Y'all know what asymptomatic means? It means you carry an illness or a disease, but it's just not showing at the time. And I saw his back injury. Mayaga, I think is how you say his name, is listed as he has a back injury and it's had surgery, but it's asymptomatic. I don't know if that in that terms just means it feels okay today, or does that mean inevitably something is going to crop up? We are going to circle through the NBA playoffs. I think I saw maybe the worst quarter of basketball that a team can play last night in the playoffs. More on that. Well, we got the Major League Baseball story. Finally, the long 12-game marathon of losing ends for the Mets as they do pick up a W yesterday. I noticed that. Braves fell behind 4-1. Braves pitching is suddenly a little bit up in the air. So we'll get into the baseball scene as we move along today. But a lot of draft talk. We know where our bread is buttered. We know where your interest lies here. And that certainly will be a big part of the schedule this morning as well. 641-1010, that's the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We're up and rolling. Back with more next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
1010XL.
Have your boarding passes ready.
Jacksonville Sports Radio Mothership.
That's one small step for man.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be Jacksonville's #1 Buick GMC dealer. How do they earn that? By treating you right. I was just in there. I promise you they treated me right. They'll always treat you right. Courtesy, respect, and fairness. That sounds like a cliche, but it really is part of Nimnick's treating you right guarantee, and I'm an example of it. I love going over there, and I really do trust them. So if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle or a new vehicle, head to Nimnick today. Better selection, better prices. Who delivers both? Nobody but Nimnick. Head there today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
From the tee to the green and everywhere in between. Join Dan, Jeff, and PGA pros for Brunch with the Tour. Teamed up by Clearwater Irrigation and North Florida Medical Centers. Tuesday morning at 8:30 on 1010XL.
Ackerman Cancer Center is the community leader in cancer treatment, offering advanced proton therapy treatment for cancers near vital organs or complex, hard-to-reach areas. Take charge of your well-being with AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Frank Frangie here, and Big Chief Tire makes it easier than ever to get the tires you need with the Big Chief credit card. No annual fee, low monthly payments, and great promotional financing. Plus, you get free flat repairs and rotations, and right now, $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. I love how simple they make everything. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com to apply for the credit card and get the tires you need today. That's Big Chief Tire.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hi, folks. Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee. My wife and I and a bunch of friends just got back from the farm, and we had an incredible experience. We toured the regenerative farm, as well as the beautiful handcrafted cabins, and were treated to a fantastic farm-to-table dinner created by Congreve and Penn. Man, was it good. Well, you can learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com. And even hear my interview with farm co-founder Doug Davis to learn even more about this amazing property. That's okefarm.com.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation? From a real person? Good luck. That is what's so nice about Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Unlike publicly traded conglomerates with headquarters in faraway cities, Mike Merritt's Heating and Air remains family-owned and operated by Mike, your neighbor. Mike Merritt has delivered hometown service, integrity, and pricing for generations. The big guys incentivize their techs to sell you new equipment. Mike's team emphasizes repair first. We only sell you equipment if your current equipment is worn out and beyond repair. And let's be honest about price. Small operations without much overhead can sometimes lowball your job, but you can't trust just anyone with a truck. They may be here today and gone tomorrow. Mike Merritt has been keeping North Florida cool for more than 3 decades. That's experience and dedication you can count on. Call today or see us on the web.
Florida license number CAC 050384.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we're back here on the drill. All right, so we can clear up now. We have the details on the Thomas Houck ultimate decision and how it played out in those final moments. I mentioned Houck had been on vacation with his girlfriend in Hawaii. Dang, that NIL nice. Then he was in California. He flew to California. He's working out with Alex Condon there in some off-season program training. And I told you I was under the impression that he told Todd Golden face-to-face this was still in the shadow of the Golden State job potentially opening, right? More on the Golden State connection in a second. No, Golden flew to L.A. Houck flew in from Hawaii. Golden flew to L.A. He watched his guys work out together, and that's when Thomas Houck told Todd Golden, that he was returning. So, that was a hand-to-hand, eye-to-eye, face-to-face shake on it. So that completely, and by the way, Golden said, I'm here to coach the Gators. He shot down anything about Golden State. That also happened yesterday. The big news is that the reports are $10 million for Thomas Houck. And if that's the case, that wasn't a hard decision at all. And it also is an indication that Florida apparently is ready to step up to the plate and be one of the big boy spenders in college basketball. They have the rest of a roster down there. And again, the one thing I worry about with NIL, and I think it plays out a lot more than is reported, is, man, it's hard to get a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds and one dude know that guy's making $10 million. Hold on now, I'm only making $850,000. It's easy for that to weave your way in rather than saying, dang, I'm 19 making $850. So I don't think that, I'm not necessarily reporting that as a case down there, but man, in these locker rooms, it's got to be an issue at times for sure. But $10 million perhaps for Thomas Houck. We're waiting on Ruben Chinyelu. They're waiting on Denzel Aberdeen. But let's keep it about Houck, that gargantuan NIL deal. Gargantuan. And one other factor, apparently, that played into his decision. I'm going to get this exactly right as far as to who set up the meeting. But Houck, it was Will Richard. Will Richard set up a meeting between Thomas Houck and Draymond Green. Houck wanted to get that perspective on the decision and the pluses and minuses, and it was interesting what Draymond Green told him. So Houck gets together with him. He's asking about the NBA, these different things. Todd Golden was asked about it, and he said, I think Draymond gave him great perspective on what life in the NBA is like and what life in college is like and how enjoyable it is. And it allowed Thomas to be like, all right, the NBA, not sounding arrogant, but it'll be there for him. It's going to be there. I'll tell you, the guy who's just sitting there with a grin ear to ear, it's Todd Golden, huh? I mean, you could be optimistic. You have a great relationship. You could hope they'd give it that old college try again. But I'm sure Todd Golden, like the rest of us, when they walked off the court in Tampa, 1-point loser to Iowa, I bet you he was thinking the same thing we were. Ooh, we got a big job ahead of us. And he can't help but wonder, Condon stays pro, Chinyelu leaves, Thomas Houck goes in the lottery. If Golden State wouldn't have been more of a temptation. So anyway, Thomas Houck's return, it was a face-to-face meeting with Golden flying out to L.A. to meet with Houck. That's where Houck and Condon will work out this offseason, play some summer ball. And boy, he can rent the nicest place in the Malibu Hills that he wants to. That's also a little different. College kids, back in the day, they go out there and they'd play in those college workouts, and maybe somebody put them up in an efficiency. Buddy, these guys have so much money now. You could, downtown high rise. There you go.
Staying next to the celebrities.
Man, I wonder what Condon's making, by the way. I mean, if it's not just $10 million to Houck, but it's what the Gators must be contributing to that overall budget. I mean, $10 million. So Condon, who made, by all reports, at least 3 or 4 last year, is probably getting at least 5 or 7, isn't he? Chinyolu's going to get a drop in the bucket when he comes back, couple of million. sure Boogie's at least $1 million. Some capital outlay in building college programs these days. That's for sure. Well, the NFL will use their capital in the form of draft, and draft capital is something that each team will have an eye on tonight. I went ahead and there was a good point on the text line, and that is Seattle might be a willing partner in the first round at 32. And the reason first round is important, you get that fifth-year option on your draft pick. You don't get that with draft picks outside of round one. And you also earn a compensatory pick when that player leaves, no matter what he does, because he was a first-round pick. We all know how desirous of these compensatory picks James Gladstone is. He detailed that as part of this offseason strategy. And I've done the numbers on what exactly it would take to get into the low first round, and in this case, the very last pick, Seattle. Because, again, it takes a couple things. You got to be willing to do it, and Seattle seems like they would be. But I put together exactly the kind of package that it would take, and so maybe don't go to bed not too early tonight might actually be in play. We shall see. I want to mention a couple things from the NBA, though, before we take off to break, and we'll come back. I've done the paring down of the draft chart. I'm going to play mathematician for you when we return. NBA last night, and I said before, it's among the worst quarters of basketball that I've ever seen played. Here, the Orlando Magic have upset Detroit basketball in in game one of the series. They go into game two last night, playing great, carrying over. It's 46-46 at the half. Magic, by the way, won the fourth quarter 21-14. But they started the third quarter, Detroit did, on a 27-3 run. Ugh. And it was just as ugly as that would project. 27-3, that's ball game. They gone. They ultimately were outscored in the third quarter last night, 38-16. So after being tied at half, they entered the fourth quarter down 22, and it was just a barrage, man. Barrage of incompetence on the Magic side and just can't miss every bounce on the Pistons side. So that series goes back to 1-1. The Magic did steal a game. We'll see what kind of carryovers they go back to Orlando. OKC, man, big injury news last night. Jalen Williams tweaked that hamstring, had to leave the game. There's a good possibility Oklahoma City. They also had a scare with SGA. Kind of hyperextended his wrist at one point. But put it on the notepad to ask Doc about Jalen Williams. This is a guy who missed a lot of this season. This is a really good player, by the way. But he missed a lot of this season with that hamstring injury. And so leaving last night's victory over the Suns and the Thunder now, it was an easy win, 120 to 107. And they were up 27 going into the fourth quarter to give you even more idea, or 23, I should say. So the Thunder up 2-0. They're cruising, even though they've got not injury issues that won't hurt them here in this series against the Suns. But you better bet down the road it'll show up. Devin Booker, by the way, went full throttle and no restrictor plate on the officiating. He said, I've been in the league 11 years, first time I've ever done this, but is call out a guy by name, but James had an awful night tonight. Yeah. They called a technical foul on Booker. I mean, they got killed, so this doesn't flare as big a story. But they called a technical foul on Booker, and he didn't do anything. And it was like Caruso of the Thunder was telling the ref, technical on Booker, and they tee him up. And Booker literally is like, what did I do? So gloves off in the postgame. The fine will come. Devin Booker is probably at this stage, and now 11 years in, was overrated, overvalued, and overpaid. He's not a good enough player to carry it to he's not SGA.
Oh.
You got to be that if you're making Booker, right? Isn't he one of the at one point
top 5 or something crazy? He's up there.
Yeah, way up there. And look, he's a tremendous scorer. And he's a really good player. Don't get me wrong, but no, not that kind of salary. All right, hear from Liam Cohen and a little bit of multitasking this week, and I'll put together that value chart and tell you exactly how the Jags could wind up picking in round one tonight without sacrificing anything in next year's draft. It is possible. Got to find somebody who likes what you're selling. All that and more when we return. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. From the green flag to the glory of victory lane.
Here they come, checkered flag.
Sunday at Talladega Super Speedway. Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Meta World Peace, what's up, man?
Nah, that's not my name anymore, thanks to Hard Rock Bet.
We're doing this again, are we?
Now I go by Meta over rebounds, under assists, Meta the first basket, free throw, piece.
Huh, so you really can same-game parlay practically anything now on Hard Rock Bet.
It's the only place I play these days.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet, roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey, gang, you might be aware credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payment, so they're getting nowhere. But here's what many homeowners don't realize. That use the equity in your home. You can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash, and with Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can pay off your credit cards, your existing HELOC, your car loans, get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved, saved over $1,500 a month. And here's the best part with Loan Pronto. You can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com, see how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto. 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
What if your next fun day out cost you $70 to play all day? That's exactly what you get at the Battalion Airsoft Arena, the only indoor airsoft battlefield in Jax. Skip the same old boring entertainment choices and step into real action with your crew. Perfect for birthdays, company team building, graduation parties, or just epic weekend fun. No experience? No problem. The Battalion package includes everything: gun, mask, and ammo with unlimited play. So lock in your mission now at BattalionAirsoftArena.com.
Tom McManus here for Armstrong Fence Company, a locally owned and operated business on the First Coast for nearly 20 years. Known for reliability, quality craftsmanship, and professional service, Armstrong Fence handles it all, from big projects like stadiums and schools to your very own backyard. They build a wicked strong fence, and they do it right the first time. When you need a fence in Jacksonville, trust Armstrong Fence Company. Yeah, we did the fence.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental, with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
The Purple Heart isn't just a name. It represents service, discipline, and earning trust. At Purple Heart Pools, that standard shows up most in pool renovations. If your pool is outdated or worn down, now's the time to upgrade. So when summer arrives, your pool is ready. From new finishes and tile to decking, lighting, and full transformations, every upgrade is handled with precision and attention to detail. Purple Heart Pools. Pool renovations done right.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Do you stay up till the very end? I mean, it's hard if your team doesn't have a pick. That thing runs. By the way, it's 8 minutes between rounds, so we do get a
They went down. I think it used to be 10.
It was 15 back in the day. I'm almost positive. Yeah.
So yeah.
So it went to 10 and now it's at 8.
Uh-huh.
So but it's you know what the worst is when you're waiting? When it's 8 and the clock runs down and then they announce the trade and then that team gets 8 minutes to make their decision. So that you can count on like 2 or 3 or 4 of those. So if you just went 8 times, and some won't use the 8, hopefully. What's 8 times 32 is going to be like 240, bro. That's 4 hours. Huh? Am I missing something? Pretty good at math. I'm about to display it with this trade value chart. But yeah, right? If there's 32 picks and it's 8 minutes a pick, that's like 60 hours, 250 hours or minutes. So yeah, that's over 4 hours if they just go on pace. And what time does the draft get started? 8?
8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Or is it 7? I think it's 8.
Maybe he's going to midnight. Your boy here is very happy timing-wise that the Jags don't have a first-round pick from this standpoint. I got Knicks Hawks tonight at 70. That's why I can watch that perfectly. I can kind of scan through the draft, and when it's a 7 o'clock start, I can actually stop the presses. I can actually just watch the game.
Yeah, no, it's 8 p.m. tonight.
Yeah. So that baby's going late night, and I bring that up because there is some thought on reading the tea leaves. There are some teams that might be more or less willing to trade out of their spots depending on what their needs and what their plans are. But I'll use it for instance, and I'll tell you what the trade value. Again, it's a chart pretty much devised by Jimmy Johnson back in the day, and each draft selection has a numerical value. And so when you make a trade, you got to match up whatever parts will equal the number of points that you're getting in return. The last pick of the first round, ET, pick number 32, Seattle owns that. His pick number 500 is worth 590 points. So that's not 2,500, 3,000 trying to move into the top 10. That's not feasible. But again, because you would get the inherent fifth-year option if it's a first-round pick versus the other rounds, and the compensatory pick that would come when that player, if ultimately he chooses to leave, it makes 32 even that much more valuable than, say, 56 if you really love a guy. Like, say they love the running back. I think he's top 20 talent, Jadarian Price. And that's completely possible, by the way. Or maybe it's a different prospect. But there's somebody they got their eye on. And they notice he's there, and they don't trust if they sit there at 56, or even if they start the second round and then maneuver, they don't trust that this guy that they totally are sold on will be there. Now, again, it takes total sell. You don't do it for I'm pretty sure. And total belief doesn't equal correct belief. We've learned that time in, time out, year after year. But let's just, for the examples here, say the Jags love Jadarian Price, and he's a name that was hot in the rumor mill attached to the Jags yesterday, and keep an eye on them moving up to take him. Well, say you go, okay, I'll go all the way into the first round. That's 590 points. So the Jags' only second-round pick are their only second-round pick, the number 56 pick overall, ET, is worth 340 points. So that's manageable. You're at a 250-point deficit now. You're going to have to come up with another 250 points worth of draft capital to make this move. Theoretically, you could do it by, let's see, that'd be 285. Yeah, you could give up. You could give up the second rounder, number 56, and then either the 81 or 88 in addition to pick 100. So you could theoretically, this is not a prediction, but theoretically, at least according to the point values, and now you can also throw in maybe a later rounder or a later rounder next year. Sometimes the other team stacks a second pick later. Like, for instance, if the Jags did give they would give 340. Say they gave away the 81 pick. That's 185. So you're up to 525 already. Any other pick to get to the 590 is going to take you over the 590. So you may be able to circle around and get a fourth rounder in return. In other words, the Jags give up picks a second rounder and 2 third rounders, they get the first rounder and a fourth rounder. When you've got all these excess picks, 11, that would sound like a pretty good strategy, wouldn't it?
Sounds good to me.
Especially because of all those future benefits. So that's just an example. Like and look, you could keep going down. I'll tell you, the 81st pick is worth 185, 88 is worth 150, pick 100 is worth 100. Their only fourth round pick, number 124, is worth 48. So really, you could go to the 81st pick and then your fourth round pick. That would make the math work. And then the fifth rounders are worth 25.8 and 25. And then after that, you're really just piecing together little straggling amounts. You're rounding up. You're leaving it in the tip jar at that point. But that's not an incredibly complicated deal. Now, again, you got to have Seattle. Is it worth it? The same benefits of having a first-round pick and your contractual advantages, your future compensatory pick advantages, those would be in play for Seattle there as well. So we'll see. Now, one thing that if you do give up that depth, you're only going to get, 2 inside the top 100 instead of 4 in a draft that we've talked about when we started the shows. Good on tight ends in that area, good on edge rushers in that area. 2 areas that the Jaguars you would think would want to focus in on. Then you've got the focus of head coach Liam Cohen. So sure, he's engaged in the draft, but he's also very engaged in an important time, man. You're getting the team together. Granted, a lot of them are returning. That should help. He's going to talk about building a foundation. Really, the foundation was built with 13-4, if you ask me. So we're perhaps adding on, but don't take it from me. Take it from Liam Cohen on just how important this initial stage of get-together is.
That's huge. Mentioned that this morning to the guys, that we have to attack our relationships, the communication, the way that we operate with each other on a day-to-day basis, because there are new faces. There's a lot of familiar, which is great, continuity, which is awesome, but we have to attack our relationships and the way that we approach every single day at a high clip for us to be able to go where we want to go.
All right, that's Liam Cohen, among the many comments that he had earlier in the week. So the team is back together, and they're going to get new teammates by the end of the weekend. Got a football fix and more when we return. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios,
this is your VSIN Action Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Atlanta Braves erased a 3-run deficit to knock off the Nationals 8-6 yesterday. 7 wins and 8 tries for Atlanta. They're a $1.49 favorite today. The Nationals plus 123, 9 over the total. The Braves tomorrow back at home with the Phillies. It's an off day today for the Tampa Bay Rays. They're at home at Tropicana Field tomorrow against the Minnesota Twins. Tampa Bay Lightning headed to Montreal for Game 3 of their first-round series. Tampa Bay, a $1.90 favorite to win the series. They're a $1.22 favorite in Game 3, 5.5 over at the Bell Center in Montreal tomorrow. Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
April showers bring flowers. They also bring septic problems. And that's not the kind of spring surprise you want in your yard. Or worse, in your shower. Before a small issue turns into a big, messy situation, call Duck Duck Rooter. During April showers, Septic Powers promotion. Schedule a septic tank pump out at regular price, and Duck Duck Rooter will include a main sewer line camera inspection for an additional $99. See what's going on underground before you smell it. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hi, folks. Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee. My wife and I and a bunch of friends just got back from the farm, and we had an incredible experience. We toured the regenerative farm, as well as the beautiful handcrafted cabins, and were treated to a fantastic farm-to-table dinner created by Congreve and Penn. Man, was it good. Well, you can learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com. And even hear my interview with farm co-founder Doug Davis to learn even more about this amazing property. That's okefarm.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Hi, Frank Frangie here, inviting you to join my wife and me June 22nd of 2027 as we experience the food, wine, and culture of iconic Italy with Colette. Our journey takes us to historic cities and enchanting medieval towns. We'll enjoy a wonderful 7-night stay in the Montecatini Term A famous resort and spa town nestled in the heart of the rolling hills of Tuscany. Visit the cultural treasures of Florence, Pisa, and lovely Lucca. Along the way, we'll discover the food, wine, and old world charm, and even have a special chef-led cooking class. This and so much more. Colette handles the details, flights, hotels, meals, and the local experiences. Your only job is to have the time of your life. Don't miss joining my wife and me in Italy. Now to learn more, visit 1010XL.com or call Colette at 800-581-8942.
Come away with me.
That's 1010XL.com or call Colette at 800-581-8942.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Daly's, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Daly's, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Daly's. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Daly's is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Daly's. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Daly's is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Daly's. Daly's is made fresh, it's made local, and Daly's is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, back here on the drill with our schedule. I don't know what shift this would be. Like, it's in between third shift and first shift, the way we roll up and at 'em, 3:30 in the morning, getting going. But afternoon baseball, I love, when your baseball team plays 12:30, 1 o'clock, it's find a little groove, set your schedule, and kick back and watch some ball, and I'll be able to do that with my Braves. They've got a day game today. And really the top prospect in the organization is being called up. Going to get a start on the mound. J.R. Ritchie is a pitcher who they are really, really high on. He's off to a blazing start at AAA. I believe a .77 ERA, and the Braves pitching staff a little banged up right now. They got some short outings this week in Washington as well. They brought up Didier Fuentes, who's another one of the top prospects. He got up and down 3 innings in a start last night. He got banged around a little bit in the first. He struck out all 3 batters, but in between gave up a home run. But there's a couple of squibblers as well. But anyway, he gave up 4 runs. He left with a 5-4 lead. Braves ended up winning 8-6. But now you turn your attention today, and that's J.R. Ritchie. Meanwhile, Spencer Strider continues to rehab and is looking better than he did coming out of the spring, at least as far as velocity. So got that on the back burner, and this really fast start is that much more advantageous for the Braves because they're doing it, a little shorthanded. Sean Murphy, catcher, but expected to play a big role. Ha-Seong Kim is the starting shortstop, but Mauricio Dubon has been terrific as a replacement. And they got 3 or 4 starters who out for extended time, if not the year, and then Strider joined them. So to get what they've gotten and off to a 17-8 start in a day game today, is certainly pleasantly surprising. Let's just put it that way. I'm trying to find this game that here it is. The Daily's double take. So the Mariners have this pitcher, Logan Gilbert. This, by the way, is brought to you by the Pure Deliciousness this morning at Daily's. So stop in and get your day jump started with a couple of those biscuits piled high. Coffee fresh every morning. I mean, if it were me, I'd go ahead and get a sub and have that for lunch. But hey, that's just me. But the Mariners have a pitcher, Logan Gilbert, and pitchers can have these moments where their lives flash before their lives, where those shots come back up the middle. And we've seen some, really hard to watch moments in Major League history where, pitchers will take one in the face or off the forehead. They'll take it off the bottom of the leg and break a bone. Logan Gilbert, a Mariners starter, was on the mound last night. Runners on first and third, taking on the A's. Carlos Cortez is an A's batter, and he blistered one right back up the middle. I mean, he hit it right at his sternum. And the pitcher kind of turned to half get out of the way, half maybe make an attempt to knock it down. The ball disappears. He's doing one of these. Glove in one hand in the other, looking around, and then realizes, what? The ball has gone into his jersey. Ball went into his jersey. It didn't hit him or hurt him. Went into his jersey and then went to the back. So he thought it that's why he's looking around. He thought maybe it bounced off of him somewhere. Yeah, but he hit. I assumed he grabbed at his stomach. He turned to locate the ball as Cortez made his way down the first base line, only to find out he caught it. Well, kind of, in his shirt. I was curious for a second. I mean, what is that? And would you think that the batter's out or safe there?
You got to be out. The ball didn't hit the ground.
Cortez was credited with a single as the play was considered dead. So Nick Kurtz had to stay at third. Shea Langeliers was at first, got to go to second. Gilbert was aware, the pitcher was aware of the rule that awarded Cortez first base, yet still considered himself lucky. At first, I thought I was pretty fortunate it was a catch, but I guess it wasn't a catch. At the same time, if they hit it like 110 miles per hour off the bat, I don't really feel like I deserve an out. Mariners went on to win 5-4, so it did not come back to bite them. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let me hear some news and notes and highlights. Hey, man, I understand that counseling and therapy has an important role. You better be with the right people, and it better be for the right reason. They better have the right mind frame, if you ask me. I wouldn't just Joe Blow, 1-800-counselor. But I feel like in sports, it's becoming this cliche scapegoat cop-out. Mike Vrabel is going to seek counseling. He won't be with the Patriots for day 3.
Yeah, that's definitely a cop-out.
Right. What counseling does Mike Vrabel need? Marriage counseling.
Marriage counseling.
But, yeah, now that is forced self-awareness for the Patriots head coach. And so, the counsel would be, man, get your life right, bro. Get your stuff together. Quick one. All right, that'll be $200. I won't see you next week. Stop it. But, yeah, counseling, and when you're looking for the wrap-up of the Patriots draft after day 3, when they walk up there and they take a bunch of questions, GM and coach. Yeah, I'm in counseling. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's not working for me. All right. They're talking about there was seemed to be some growing momentum, some reports out there. The Jags really like Jadarian Price. Could they be moving up through the draft? We went through a variety of scenarios the last segment, but if not, the Jags will, for the first time in franchise history, not have a first-round pick. We will see if that remains the case at what we've estimated to be about midnight when round 1 comes to its conclusion. Here's the list you don't want to get on. And I think by this point, these aren't media creations. This is part reporting and part opinion, and more importantly, the opinion of what you're hearing from some front offices, but always be aware that they could be throwing you a smokescreen. The red flag tracker. Oof. The rumors and reports that could cause prospects to slip. And we got a few of them that are on here. Some not their fault. Ruben Bain Jr. of Miami is right now still a prisoner to that arm length. Super short for his position. Look, we're not talking about Hutchinson. We're not talking about comparing Trayvon to Hutchinson. I think Hutchinson was like 31 or 2 or maybe even more than that. No, Ruben Baines was down. I remember seeing the number, like 3rd percentile of prospects with arms of not quite 31 inches or shorter. And I guess at that edge rusher, when you're facing big, it's almost like a reach in boxing. Yeah, you can have the lesser reach and still win the fight, but it makes it a little tougher when that guy can put his hands in your chest and you can't put them in his. So we'll see. I don't think he'll fall out of the top 10. But there are some that, because of the red flag, say he could tumble out of the top 10, maybe into day 2. Multiple defensive line coaches saying Bain's lack of arm length will force him to rely on his speed when he matches up. Fortunately, he's really good at that. I would not pass on a guy that I watch make a lot of plays because of that silly.
Let him fall to 56.
By the way, then there's Cassius Howell of Texas A&M. I believe was the defensive player of the year in the SEC. He's even more precarious. His arms were even shorter than Bain's. 2 terrific edge rushers whose stock could fall, and Howell's has and probably will. He says, quote, I ball out. You ain't going to worry about it. Francis yeah. FMOT, Miami. This is the one I was talking about. He has a back issue that could scare teams away from making him a top 10 pick. He was diagnosed with a herniated disc and underwent a medical recheck 2 weeks ago. And then this is where they use that word that kind of confuses me. While the injury is asymptomatic, it would require surgery if it gets worse. In other words, he's got a bad back, but it feels pretty good today. There are others out there, but there's just those had a couple of local ties there with those Canes prospects. Cowboys decided they are not going to extend George Pickens. He'll have to play on the franchise tag. Just sitting here without knowing it too in depth, if I had to take a top 5 list of superstar players who will gripe and complain and not be happy about having to play under the franchise tag, Pickens would probably show up in my top 5. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Joint and Greek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. Best value in golf. And the Jacksonville Sharks on the road this week. Another home game next week. Get your tickets at jacksharks.com.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
He's 1010XL's tackle eligible.
You a football player?
And he's always open.
Now go out and catch the ball for a change, all right?
Hi. Leon Searcy on XL Primetime.
Let's go.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infiniti is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlyon. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infiniti is inspected, factory backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship level service as a brand new Infiniti? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfiniti.com or visit Atlantic Infiniti off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Catch the sights and sounds of the great outdoors from anywhere in the city. Go hunting and fishing with Jeff Logan, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Walls on the Nimnit Outdoors Show every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy. Why so glum?
Stinky ice cubes, Jason. It's all downhill from here.
What?
The tap water at my place smells kind of funky. Funky tap water makes funky ice cubes. I meet a nice girl, invite her back to my place for a cocktail, and blow my whole romantic gesture with a mojito that smells like dog's feet.
Wait. I can totally make you way cooler.
I'm not taking your charity ice cubes, Jason. I have my pride.
Your pride is safe. Our plumbers can be at your house the day you call and install a whole home water purification system. Water tastes better, dishes come out cleaner, even your hair feels better after you shower.
Ooh, the ladies love a man with soft hair, don't they, Jason?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend every day worried about the water in your own home, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Bari. Bari Orthopedics is your choice when it comes to an injury. We're here for you and your loved ones to deliver excellent treatment and care fast the first time. Trust your care in our hands. Get same-day appointments for your injuries with 3 locations. If it hurts, ask us first. Bari Orthopedics.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
If you or someone you know are having a special day soon, perhaps the birth of a baby or a big birthday for a senior citizen, Kuhn Flowers will send the perfect arrangement. JJ LaSelva here with 1010XL, and I've personally experienced the magic of a Kuhn Flowers delivery. Log on or call KuhnFlowers.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Hall & Sons Plumbing. The 2026 NFL Draft starts this evening and takes place over the weekend. The Jaguars dropped their own big board ahead of the draft, all about need and fit. Detroit snapped that ugly playoff home skid and tied the series, meaning the Magic head back to Orlando for Game 3 with the pressure on Saturday. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know what time it is?
You know it! Yes, sir!
It's my time now! I wear the crown now!
Yeah! Oh!
What are we saying there? Yeah, we don't.
Whoop that trick!
I thought it was a bad word.
No. This is one of those, man, you know how those baseball players has those amazing entrances? This wrestler.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a good one.
Whoa.
That's fair.
I like that.
I saw a wrestler in the news yesterday, and we'll save the rest for the 9 o'clock nasty, but just the abridged version that Ric Flair claims that he is a long ago beaten Wilt Chamberlain. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh.
Yeah. Details.
I know what you're talking about.
Details in the 9 o'clock nasty. That's correct.
No, Ric
Trick
Flair
Williams,
probably did.
WWE superstar Trick Williams enters to whoop that trick chant.
Yeah.
I saw
Whole stadium.
Trick won in WrestleMania the other day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good.
Sure.
Whole stadiums when he comes out.
By the way, he won. He's not the big winner. They got like 8 different classes and categories.
There's too many of them
TV
now.
champion and world champion and intercontinental champ, all that good stuff. Vic.
Well, it's draft day.
Yes, it is.
And I guess the question is, and it is the subject right off the rip of our Dream Finders Homes poll question, brought to you by Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars for this purpose. And check them out, dreamfindershomes.com. The homes are modern, beautiful looking, and you can get great interest rate packages if you go to Dream Finders Home, and it'll help if you tell them Dream Finders Danny sent me. And when they say who, you say Dream Finders
DFD.
Danny.
DFD.
And they'll say, oh, okay.
All right.
Will the Jaguars have
who's that again?
Will the Jaguars have a new player after tonight? Will the Jaguars have a new player after tonight? It's a yes, no. Yes, Trader Jim strikes. No, too much to give up. Yes or no. It's that simple. Will the Jaguars have a new player after tonight? Now, it could be, who knows what? It could be a trade for a player who, I don't know.
I hear you. Will
they have a new player on their roster after tonight?
Well, I'm famously known for predicting correctly on draft day.
Okay. Can you rattle off some of the big picks you've nailed?
Absolutely.
Please.
The Jaguars will trade up to pick Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, how we forget so quickly.
Okay. That's one. Keep going.
And then today, the Jaguars will have a new player on the roster. I'm calling it.
You know what I'm going to say? My gut, my sense, everything tells me no, they won't. This guy's such a wild card. I'm going to go against my better, what I think, and I'm going to say yes, they will. I will. Here's
that trick.
Here's a scenario that I hadn't considered as much. It's not all about when you say get into tonight's draft. There's a big difference between, that first hour of that draft and when you get down to picks 30 and 31 and 32. So if you can get, say, Seattle at 32 to trade with you, you can do that with this year's stuff. And, you can give away your second, one of your thirds and a fourth, a second and 2/3, and make that deal happen. But you got to have somebody willing to do it. So, yeah, he's just been such a wild card, and he's going to be so antsy. And I could see them loving someone to death and wanting to get him at like 30, 31, or 32, and being able just to send 3 or 4 of this year's middle round picks to make that move.
88% say no. 12% say yes.
I mean, the smart money is on no, so that's no's a 5-1 favorite.
Yeah, no is a 5-1 favorite.
Should be.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that, gets going tonight. It's a draft. It's here. And, there is intrigue in the second pick. I mean, everybody knows Fernando Mendoza is going first overall. But after that, who knows? Most draft picks since 2020. What programs had the most draft picks since 2020, men?
Georgia's got
Georgia is number 1. 62. Alabama has 53.
Ohio State.
Michigan has 52. LSU and Ohio State have 50. Somehow Florida checks in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th.
Yeah, which again is just such an indictment on
that is an indictment.
The boob that's been coaching down there.
You had 32 players drafted. You should not be going 4 and 8. I mean, that's
in fairness, I imagine a good amount of those picks since 20 came with a guy who was winning 9 or 10 or 11 games, at least occasionally in Mullen, right? Because that's Trask and Pitts and Tony and a lot of those guys too. But still, Billy Napier had so much more.
They should have done better than 8 and 4 too that one year.
That's fair.
By the way, if you want to rattle off the worst, Georgia, outstanding, Bama, Michigan, Natties, LSU, Ohio State. Penn State had a down year, but otherwise been good. Texas has been good. Oregon, Notre Dame, then Florida.
Right.
Not even close to that. So if they can continue that and stay in the top 10 and getting players drafted, well.
Ventrell Miller of the Jags would fall into that list. Since 20.
Yeah.
By the Gators.
Yeah, for sure. My most first-round picks since 2000, obviously the SEC conference-wise, 209, the Big Ten 129. So,
wow. That's significant. That's a little bigger than I would have thought.
Also have this little fun nugget. The biggest NFL first-round busts at each pick.
Okay.
So the number 1 overall pick, the biggest bust of all time, get you started, is Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yes.
Definitely.
Jamarcus Russell. Number 2 overall pick is also a good one.
Is that Mandarich?
No.
Was he a 1, Mandarich? I can't remember.
No, I don't think so.
And Luke Jokel.
No, not even close.
No, I'd have to see.
It'd be Ryan Leaf.
I'd
Leaf.
have to see my list
You got
of.
Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf.
When did Achilles Smith go? Because he's as bad as those first 2.
Yeah, he's not on the list.
Yeah.
Number 3, they go to Trey Lance, which is fair. They traded up a ton to get him, right?
Yeah, they did.
And Trey Lance didn't do anything for San Francisco. The only thing that makes him a little bit less of a bust is that San Francisco wasn't, but he was.
They weren't.
Well, the only thing
crippled by
about
it.
him is he hasn't busted totally yet.
He hasn't really had a chance.
Yes. Oh, he's busted.
Yeah, well, he's busted because he doesn't play.
I mean, he's been in the league for 5 years. He's busted.
Still in the league, though, ain't he?
Yeah. I don't know.
Hasn't Trey Lance already had a better career than Achilles Smith?
Dang.
No.
Yeah, he's been in the league longer.
Achilles.
Trey Lance can't get on the field.
Number 3 overall pick.
Trey Lance was like not even a backup.
He's a backup. Yeah,
he's a backup. He's like a 3rd string. He's like, we're not putting him in if somebody gets hurt. We're gonna go with
name.
What was the dude's name in Dallas for a lot of years?
Trey Lance is the Chargers' backup.
It might be now, but
it was all year.
When he was in Dallas, they had the other guy who always played
Cooper Rush.
Right. Cooper Rush played in front of him. So, anyway,
whoop that tray.
Number 4, there's 3 Gators on here, by the way. Congratulations.
Oh, Derek Harvey definitely one of them.
3 Gators. Derek Harvey is not one of them.
Oh, C.J. Henderson.
It's hard. You got to be. It is hard to be the all-time bust at a specific pick.
Yeah,
that is. Ugh.
Yeah. And there's also 2 Jaguars picks are on here.
Okay.
Yeah. C.J. Henderson is correct. Number 9.
Wow.
The other Gators are guys you don't know, but Jeff will. Huey Richardson.
Yeah.
He was 15th overall, drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers as an edge rusher. Not so good. And then I don't know if I agree with this one. I thought this guy played a little bit, but he's Clifford Charlton went to the Browns at 21. So
man, that seems like a reach, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Clifford Charlton, there's not been a worse 21st pick. I can go find a Jags, can I? No,
maybe.
Who was 4? Who was the 4th overall bust?
Oh, number 4 is Art Schlichter, the gambler. Yeah, quarterback from Ohio State. Went to jail for gambling, so he's kind of a bust.
Yeah, worse than Anthony Richardson.
Our first, yes. Our first non-quarterback is Mike Junkin, linebacker Duke in 1987. I remember him, drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Then the Packers took Rich Campbell. He was a quarterback from Cal. The Chiefs took Todd Blackledge. The Browns took Justin Gilbert. You'll remember him. Number 8 overall.
Yep.
Browns are dotted on here. Mike Junkin, Justin Gilbert, Johnny Manziel, Clifford Charlton. They have 4 representatives. The Jags have C.J. Henderson, and back in 2000, R.J. Soward at number 30. All-time bust. All-time bust. A few others, Dan McGuire, Mark McGuire's brother, drafted as a quarterback out of San Diego State. Do you remember him? Big 6'8" guy.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Skinnier than, but redheaded, just like
Josh Rosen at number 10.
Remember him, the Trojan.
Bruin.
Oh, he was the Bruin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was
Darnold. They went head to head.
The New Orleans Saints with the 11th overall pick. Russell Erxleben.
Ooh, that's a punter kickery
from Texas.
11th overall.
Yeah. That's a different day, boy.
Well, the Saints were Super Bowl champs that year.
No, that's not true.
No, they weren't. So with the 11th pick, what in the world
what
would
draft
prompt
is that?
you? 1979. Christian Ponder is on here.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 running backs that I've never heard of, hence from the 70s. Leon Burns, 13th overall out of Long Beach State to the Chargers, and they must not have had a scouting budget, so they just went down the road to Long Beach and found him.
2 picks after Russell Erxleben, the kicker punter from Texas, was selected by the New Orleans Saints. The Chargers said, we'll take Kellen Winslow.
Oh, dear.
Hall of Famer.
Ouch. Todd Marinovich shows up on here. Paxton Lynch shows up on here. So
a lot of quarterbacks.
A lot
and
of busts.
That's rightly so. I mean, who is it at 11?
It's Russell Erxleben.
Oh yeah.
So don't pick one of these guys tonight, NFL teams.
Well, although every now and then you'll still see, I don't know if they'll do it anymore because the kickers have all gotten so good, but you could still see it, find a team go up and take one in like round 2 as recently as the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But now the kickers are also good. That was back when if you were a difference-making kicker.
11th overall.
Oh, no, never 11th. No. But back then they were doing it. Seabass was a first-round pick. Sebastian Janikowski.
Yeah.
Was he like 17th, I think?
And with all due respect,
it was a bad pick. Sure. Yeah.
Dumb pick.
100%.
The mocks have sort of spoken, and it's interesting. McShay, Schrager, and Zierlein are well-known. They all think the Jets are taking Bailey.
Yeah.
But there is some talk that they might go with the Reese kid.
Man, I'm with you on that one. And again, this is where it's dangerous because for something that we're also interested in, understand this. Every time we see someone talking about a prospect, they're showing us his highlight reel.
Right.
Right. You got to get in the weeds if you're making the real picks. You got to watch everything. Yeah. But Bailey, man, he has that. He looks like Jared Verse already. He like comes off that edge. He gets around you real quick, man. He just collapses pockets. And I'm with you on Reese and Styles, man. I can't take dudes that combined have the same amount of sacks as Bailey had last year for their career. Didn't you say that 5.5 total for Reese?
I think it was 7 in 3 years, but it was 6.5 this past year.
And Styles doesn't have a ton, right?
No.
I think that those two in their careers, and they're both, in some cases, slotted as top 5 picks. I bet you career, they don't have Bailey's sack totals from last year. Now, granted, your college stats aren't what they're choosing, but if you're talking about two guys with all else being
Styles
equal,
has 9 in 4 years.
Okay, 9.
2, 6, and then 1 in 2025. 1 sack. 1 sack, 1 interception, and 6.5 tackles for loss. Ooh, it's frightening. That's frightening, man, but they rave about him, you know? I don't know.
Well, it's not just that they're going, it's where, it's that high.
Yeah. We got all the makeup. Anyway, talk a lot about the draft today. Obviously, it's all good. We'll do the 10-minute drill coming up. Doc will be along as well. We got a busy day today. It's Thursday, draft day, 2026.
That's correct. The Raiders are on the clock.
The Raiders are on the clock. Fernando Mendoza. He is a good speaking kid, man.
He's in a
God, he says it right.
I was thinking about this driving in, and then we'll go to break. He's what a really good landing spot. I mean, think about the quarterback friendliness and wisdom there. You're at the top in the ownership group. You've got Brady. Kubiak is an offensive guy, came, and then you got, for your veteran, you got Kirk Cousins, who's got it all to impart. And then they rebuilt the line. They signed Linder. I mean, there's no excuses really. Although, what are the receivers out there?
There's always excuses, but it will be fun to watch him because I heard an interview with him yesterday, and he just, do you have any second thoughts about going to Indiana? Oh yes, absolutely. I'm a warm weather kid. I went from Miami to Cal. I left Cal, and I'm in Indiana. It's 0 degrees out, and I'm going, what am I doing here? And we were going up against that Indiana defense, which turned out to be pretty good, and we couldn't do anything. And in the spring and blah blah. I mean, he just is. So you're a Dolphins fan? No, I lived in Boston for 2 years, and I saw the Patriots lose to the Giants. And I became just in love with the Patriots, and so they're I was like 6 or 7. So I'm actually a New England
fan. Now you get to deal with Brady all the time.
Have you met Tom Brady? Oh yes, sir. I had a great talk with Tom Brady. He said he's going to make me uncomfortable and push me hard, and I love that. He just says all the. Has great. I mean, he's just really well.
I lost a little bit of my zeal for Mendoza, though. He to me, I don't like when I see quarterbacks do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when I see quarterbacks invited to throw out the first pitch and they don't look like
was.
He threw it like a lot of them. They'll throw it like a football. They'll get here and they'll just go like this.
It was not a good throw.
It concerned me. They got the number 1 pick. Remember Denard Robinson when he went to throw it out in Chicago?
Not a good throw.
He missed the whole batter's box.
I did see that. You're right.
That bothered me a little bit. I'm just saying. 10-minute drill is next.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Get ready to save the world.
Saving the world with sports talk. Well, maybe not the world. Saving Jacksonville with sports talk. 1010 XL.
Hey, the investment landscape is always changing, right? New rules, new regulations, new opportunities. But at ITP Partners, that one thing remains constant, and that's our commitment to your financial future. Consolidate your accounts, roll over your 401ks, maximize your pension programs. The ITP Partners, Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Janice Cobb, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright, and Reed Wingate. Man, oh man, trust, transparency, and experience. I'm so thankful I'm with ITP. My money is in motion every day. And man, oh man, do they do a great job for me. I can't tell you, and they do a great job for my son. And they do a great job for my daughter. Stable, strategic, and secure. Easy to get a hold of ITP Partners. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call them 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Did you know Beard's Diamonds now has luxury pre-owned Rolex watches? Pick it here. If you always wanted a Rolex but haven't been able to find one or didn't want to jump through all the hoops with an authorized dealer, you need to check out these pristine Rolex models now available at Beard's immaculate timepieces at fair market prices. Also, if you're engagement ring shopping this spring, remember, Beard's can and will beat anyone else's price on diamonds. Those big box Wall Street-owned chain stores, they can't touch Beard's pricing. That includes both natural and lab-grown diamonds. You can find the ring of her dreams at Beard's and pay less. Beard's has no commissioned salespeople. They don't have to report to Wall Street. Beard's is Jacksonville's diamond powerhouse, locally owned by the Lupo. Say hi to them when you go in there. They're there for us. And listen, Mother's Day's coming soon. Get into Beard's and check out the most amazing, affordable, and timeless gifts for that special mom in your life. Shop local. Shop Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
Gators in the morning, Florida for lunch, a late night Gator snack. Whenever you're ready, the Gator Podcast channel is too. Set up by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
Leon Serza here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers, and I'm not talking about that cooked-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about the house-made ranch, so good nobody will blame you if you double dip. I'm talking about Wingstop that delivers straight to your door, and did you know they're open until 1 a.m.? So visit wingstop.com or use the app to get flavors delivered right to your door, late night, only at Wingstop.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Stunning visuals, extended arrangements. Experience Pink Floyd like never before. Floyd Nation returns to the Florida Theater with the Inner Light Tour, a powerful, immersive live show with the music you love. Wish you were here, comfortably numb, time, and another brick in the wall. It's more than a tribute, it's a journey. Floyd Nation, November 13th at Florida Theater. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
Florida Heat doesn't play games, but some AC companies do. You've heard the Too Good to Be True ads. Let's be honest. Nobody sends a licensed AC technician to your house for $25. Suddenly, your cheap tune-up turns into a $1,000 problem. At Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning, we believe in taking care of our customers. Right now, you can chill out for just $99. That gets you a full AC diagnostic and the truth about your system. No scare tactics. Call 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Steaks sizzling, drinks flowing, friends gather together. Your dream backyard starts with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, they build it. Outdoor kitchens, fire pits, fireplaces, and more. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Bud Light and everyone at Anheuser-Busch want to remind you to get home safely every time. People are counting on you, on the road and at home. Plan ahead with safe rides, and don't forget to hydrate between beers. Bud Light encourages everyone to enjoy responsibly and socialize safely.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! For a small honorarium, I would do it.
Sure.
Welcome back. It's the 10-minute drill at Sports Concepts and Rationalizations. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. Easy come, easy go. What do you got today, E?
No, I got a pair of tickets to One Night of Queen performed by Gary Mullen in the Works.
Kind of tease that.
Live at the Florida Theaters going down April 29th. Tickets on sale down at floridatheater.com. But one lucky winner can win a pair of tickets at the end of this here 10-minute drill.
Long national nightmare is over. The Metropolitans win. No celebration song.
It's kind of a celebration song to start.
No Mets theme song. It sounds a lot better after they win. I heard it last night. I got goosebumps. I'm so happy that the team won. But as I have told you time and time again, and I could do the funeral right now just to set a record, but I won't.
That's kind of early.
I'm telling you right now, this team. First off, Lindor got hurt last night. He'll be gone for a month. So he did exactly what Soto did. Soto came back and Lindor exited. So. He's got a calf problem, so he'll get an MRI today, and he'll be gone for. Soto was gone for 3 weeks, so it doesn't matter. And the other thing is they stink. That's the bigger issue is they're no good. So yeah, they won yesterday. They're not going to go win 7 in a row. I mean, Clay Holmes pitched his butt off, but again, he leaves it's 2-2 because they cannot hit, and they're really not that good at run prevention either, quite frankly, which makes me want to throat punch the GM. But I've been over all this. I just enjoyed my win yesterday, and I've realized that we're not going to have it this year. It's depressing to realize that in April. You try to find ways to figure out how they can keep going. Great hockey last night, double OT. And it's got to be a little bit of a rivalry. The Minnesota Wild, who used to be the Minnesota North Stars, who became the Dallas Stars, and then the Minnesota Wild came, kind of like the Cleveland thing, so they're not connected. Yeah. But they're two cities, and the Stars beat the Wild 4-3 in double overtime. So
and Minnesota played really good down the stretch. Some consider them one of the favorites.
Yeah, it's hard to figure. And then
I see Pittsburgh's going to go out meekly against the Flyers. 3-0 now.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. And then Justin Moore's Edmonton Oilers took one on the chin at home to Anaheim.
Those Dutch unis last night. Ooh, those were something.
So 6-4.
Did you see those?
6-4 was the final score in that one.
Like the orange breeches and the orange helmet and the white jerseys. It looks like I was watching the Midwest Hockey League.
Yeah. So So anyway, that's the.
By the way, I one thing from the Flyers Penguins game that was shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a superstar, you typically you get the glove treatment your whole career. Like. People don't go after Wayne Gretzky and fight him, and they're Sid the Kid is on the hate list up there in Philly. Yeah, they're cheap shotting him, dude. Hit him in the face with a stick, and he's jawing at him, calling him I mean, just usually when you're that level, and even if you're one of the more finesse players, I feel like you get, out of respect, you don't get banged around and cheap shotted like even other good hockey players do. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's kind of always been my impression. Like you didn't see Mario Lemieux drop gloves, I guess is my point. Those stars. But once a year they'll do it, I guess, to
Sid the Kid's not a fighter.
I know he's not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're going out. They're cheap. They're doing things to him that typical legacy superstars don't get done.
Does he not have enforcers? Because normally don't they have like
and these two are bad. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't end there. They're they're fighting more than they're playing at times. We talk about how crazy the draft can be and decisions that you make, and I can get on board with this. Sometimes the best decisions you make are the ones you don't make or that you can't make, that don't work out. But I'm seeing this story, this tales of old drafts, and whether or not it's definite and documented, who knows. But apparently the Chiefs tried and failed to trade up in 2016 for Paxton Lynch. They liked Paxton Lynch. They tried to trade up and get him. Now, why is this even more newsworthy? Well, instead they traded back and they got Chris Jones, 5-time Pro Bowler. And then the next year they drafted Patrick Mahomes. Point being, if you draft Paxton Lynch there, you don't draft Patrick Mahomes is never a Chief, and the whole story changes.
Did you guys see and I got a question about this, and remind me to ask Murph next week, but did you see the moment in baseball last night with Logan Gilbert on the bump for the Mariners?
Yeah.
Why isn't that an out?
It's a dead ball. That's what they say. It's a dead ball. He didn't catch it. It got stuck. It'd be like it got stuck in the fence.
That's what I was telling Jeff.
On the body,
that should be an out. The ball never hit the ground.
I guess they're ruling because he didn't catch it is why.
So if you don't miss, Logan Gilbert's a pitcher for the Mariners. He throws the pitch to the A's guy. He hits it right back. Logan's wearing a jersey that's a little bit baggy, and it goes through the buttons into his jersey.
Yeah.
So it's in on himself. Right. What if he immediately touched the ball? Like he had it. That's a catch.
What if he immediately touches the ball?
If you're in the outfield and the ball's hit and you miss it and it lands on your shoulder and you grab it,
or you catch it with your neck.
But he never grabbed it. That's the point.
Well, he eventually did. He couldn't find it at first.
Well, by that time, the guys,
What if he intentionally did it?
It's more like this.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with it. You got to catch it. I agree with anything that says you got to do what the rules say do, which is the object is to catch the ball. You didn't catch. I think the outfield, a better example would be this. Outfielder goes back to catch the ball. Mm-hmm. It bangs off of the wall, and he pins it against the wall.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and grabs it. That wouldn't be a catch.
That would not be a catch.
That's right.
Okay.
But that's the wall. That's not the body. If it's on the body's what you use to catch the ball.
It's on his body.
But it hit the wall first. This didn't hit the ground.
Hit his jersey first in his glove.
So you know how outfielders back in the day, they'd do those trick shots and they'll take their hat off and catch it?
Yeah.
That's a catch, right?
That's a catch.
So what if, in this case...
I don't think you could catch it with your hat. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So, okay.
I think the rule is you got to catch it with your glove or your hand. I think it's a major league rule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
then that makes sense then.
So the dead ball is because he didn't catch it with his glove or his hand.
Then that makes sense.
Like, for instance, you can get a ball stuck in your glove, throw the whole glove to first base with the ball in it, and that could be an out.
A fielder must use their hand or glove to secure a ball.
You go.
Using a detached cap, mask, or uniform part is illegal and results in a 3-base award to the batter for a batted ball or a 2-base penalty for a thrown ball.
If it's intentional, I think.
Yeah.
In other words, that one is more unintentional.
Yes.
The pitcher said that he did know the rule.
That he knew it was dead?
Yeah, he knew it was a dead ball.
Yeah.
But it was funny because the funniest part was like the 2 seconds of confusion, like, where's the ball? Like, it missed him so much that he didn't even know he was inside his shirt. You know what I mean? So it must have just how can you... Like the physics of that goes through because it's not like you got these big 8-inch gaps in the buttons.
Right.
That it goes through there and misses your skin to the point that you don't feel yourself take the shot.
Reminds me of the story when I was at a Jumbo Shrimp then Suns game years ago, sitting up in one of the suites, and the door was open, and it was down the first baseline, and kid hit a foul ball that went right up through the door perfectly and hit my daughter in the arm.
We were all there. Yeah.
Dang.
We were there. The kid, my twins were about 3.
Perfect shot.
How old is Danielle? Probably not even a teenager?
3.
I'm saying
that happened?
Yeah. I mean, she was still a girl.
Yeah, she was a girl. Yeah, she was probably like 10.
Big
whacker.
I'll tell you who got put to the screws that night was old Cush Cam. He got to chase all the little kids around.
Cush, you're babysitting.
Oh, good old Cush. All right, let's take a time out. Come back with more. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL.
641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct.
You get a pair of tickets to One Night of Queen performed by Gary Mullen and the Works live at the Florida Theater April 29th. 904-641-1010 is that number. Come on, somebody.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey, gang, Hickett here. When it comes to trucks, the only name you need to know is George Moore Chevrolet. That showroom off Atlantic Boulevard is loaded with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around, Silverado after Silverado, ready to work or play just as hard as you do, gang. I don't just talk about them. We got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks, and they earn every mile, every job, every weekend. Power, oh yeah. Dependability each and every day. Style, you've seen my boy Blue. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet you need. Stop by the Atlantic Boulevard today. Check out the showroom. Check out the fine folks over at George Moore Chevrolet. You'll see why truck people keep coming back for more. At George Moore Chevrolet, together. That's right.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
Firehouse Subs is adding a new heavy hitter to the roster, the Chicken and Cheddar Rancher. Grilled chicken, melted cheddar, crispy bacon stacked high with fresh toppings, creamy buttermilk ranch. The Chicken and Cheddar Rancher, only at Firehouse Subs.
Attention poker players, the tables are heating up at all Best Bet locations. Don't miss a minute of the action with $800 high hands every Friday and Saturday, $555 Cinco de Mayo high hands every 20 minutes, and the Memorial Day $30,000 cash giveaway. And don't forget to earn those entries to win a side-by-side all-terrain vehicle starting May 1st in Best Bet St. Augustine. Get to your location of choice, Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine, and take home your winnings. For all the details, visit bestbetjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, can you, what's this the theme to there?
ABC welcomes you to the 47th. Something Open.
Pebble Beach Open.
Yes.
All right.
What's the name of this song, E?
That's Love's Theme.
That's right.
Love's Theme.
By Barry White.
Yeah.
Was this, did they take, was this a song before ABC started using it? Or was it created to be the theme song for the golf?
It's a great question.
I love questions without answers. They're terrific.
I think it was a song for.
Are you buying the number that has been attached to Thomas Houck's NIL deal?
Well, I got a number. Do you? I don't know.
$10 million.
No.
$10 million.
It's not $10 million.
Is what the rumor mill is churning out on.
The rumor mill's wrong.
Thomas Houck and his NIL deal.
The rumor mill's
What number
wrong.
do you have for
7?
7? Well,
which is still a lot.
Yeah, still a lot. Maybe 7 is the university's cost, and maybe he's got a 3 somewhere else.
Well, maybe he has a personal services contract with Hugh Hathcock, but that's who Florida fans should thank because he obviously is ponied up here. I know this. I know they've gone from roughly $10 million last year to, I think, well over 20. You know, Dave Caldwell was in here Monday, and that's the perfect guy to. And he said people don't ask because it's more than you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at first everybody thought, well, Houck probably got like $4 million. And it's great that Thomas Houck wants to be a Gator, but it doesn't take away anything from me, but it does make you go, oh, okay, yeah, well, why not stay if you're going to give you 7 or 10 or whatever it is?
It depends on what your number is, but if you're enjoying what you're doing, that number could be lower. I could buy Houck wanting to do it for $3 million. I mean, it's not like you're. It's to Golden's point. The league will be there next year.
I think it's more than what anybody thought. And the other thing that I took from the Todd Golden presser is, I'm going to coach the Gators this year.
Yeah, well, again, we also learned this. It was face to face. Golden flew to California. He met Houck when he got off the plane, so it wasn't a Zoom or anything else. So there's no way he's going to leave after that.
Oh, right, yeah. He's not leaving this year.
No, yeah.
But he said this year.
But that Houck news was the absolute made that certain, I guess is what I'm saying. Before he said anything yesterday, we could eliminate it. Whereas, look, that's the price of,
Sure it is.
The price of having a successful coach.
But I was talking to Kentucky Jeff the other day, and you mentioned Billy Donovan at Kentucky, and they're so far down that road right now. They would do loop-de-loops to get Billy Donovan.
So that's kind of what I was assuming.
But then what I heard about Billy Donovan, and this is more like just reading and stuff like that. This isn't talking to anybody. Is the Magic or the Knicks? If the Knicks go flaming out here,
one and done for Brown, or is that two?
Be one and done.
One and done.
Because they went after him last year, Billy Donovan, and so that might.
Would you want him as your coach?
Yeah, I'll take Billy.
Because you love Billy. If this were Jim Boeheim and he had the same record,
no. I mean, he didn't do great in the NBA, but he didn't have great players. So I don't know. Listen, I like Brown though. I like Mike Brown. I want him to succeed. I want him to be their coach for the next 5 years. So, but we'll see.
Game 3 tonight, by the way, NBA playoffs. Knicks and Hawks in Atlanta. I'm glad it's a 7:00 start.
Yeah. So, but the bottom line is if Houck did get 7, then Condon got a raise too. Then that's 12, and then Chinyalu's going to get money and say 15, and they paid Boogie. These guys are getting money, man.
I know. That's what I said. It's going to be pushing up there to $15 million.
No, 20. I mean, we just did 7 and.
If you do 7 and 4,
do 7 and 5. I mean, do 7 and 4. That's 11.
I think once you get past Boogie, ain't nobody making $1 million.
Oh,
I wouldn't think. I don't know for sure, but again, I don't know.
Herb's a hell of a shooter.
Yeah, I know. $800,000 probably goes a long way back there in Armenia or Albania or Croatia or where is he from? Former Yugoslav,
Slovenia.
Sure, there you go. It's a good guess.
But yeah, the bottom line is this: the boys are getting some serious coinage.
Well, and
I got to assume it's the Hathcock guy because he sits right next to.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Todd Golden.
Who it is.
I don't care. They're so
the I see Lenardi. Immediately Florida has the #1 overall seed next year, and the lowest they'll be ranked in any preseason poll you find will be 2. They may be 2 here or there, but in most of them they'll be 1 because of all the continuity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of teams that have the talent. There are other teams that have the continuity. There are very few that have the talent and the continuity that Florida's going to run onto the court next year. I mean, we're going to have, for the first time since, there'll be no incoming transfer taking a spot unless you want to go pay that Iowa State kid, and we'll just make him one of your big guys.
It should be Final Four bust next year.
Yeah, it should be, sure.
I mean, you got
could argue that this year.
You got an older team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Serbia, by the way.
That's what I said. Serbia.
Okay. Good.
Slovenia, Serbia. If you had a draft pick next year right now and you had a choice, would you take, and let's say you need both positions, would you take Jeremiah Smith or Arch Manning?
Boy, both of them kind of underwhelmed last year.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. For the Jags?
No, he's talking about in just Team A.
You don't need. You need a quarterback and a receiver.
Oh, I'm taking Arch.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
You think Arch is going to be a great quarterback?
No, I don't know.
I think Jeremiah Smith is a slam dunk superstar.
Me too.
Like Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
At worst. That's what I think he is. Arch, I don't know. So I might take Jeremiah Smith.
But
right
if I
now.
have, again, you're saying need.
Yeah, you need a quarterback,
Yeah.
but you're not. But
if you have an equal need for quarterback and receiver, it's quarterback every time. If he's
but you
graded
don't
that
know.
way.
You got. I'm asking you your opinion of those two players.
Well, I think Jeremiah Smith's a better player, but I also know that quarterbacks have way more value. So if I'm in a position where I need a quarterback and I can get Arch, I'm going to take him.
So you think he's going to be a great NFL
I don't
player?
know if he's going to be a great NFL player.
Well, I
don't
know Jeremiah Smith's going to be a
Well,
great
you can say
NFL
you know,
receiver.
but you don't. You never
Do you
know
agree
for
with
sure.
me on that, E?
I got to agree with the gray-haired one.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing. I think so, but if I'm sitting with the third pick in the draft and and I'm the Jets and I can take Jeremiah Smith or Arch, I'm taking Arch.
Now, Arch may have a great year this year, and maybe we'll cement what you think, but I'm not 100% sure. What about Dante Moore or Cam Coleman? Who would you take? Dante Moore, quarterback. Cam Coleman. He's good.
Yeah,
he's Oregon too, right?
No, he's Texas.
Texas.
He went from Auburn to Texas.
Oh yeah. I'm not as big on. I'm going. If I'm a team, I mean, I'm assuming we're talking about like top 5 picks here because these guys. Yeah, I'm taking the quarterback again. I got to take the quarterback.
All right.
Like, it's not Ty Simpson. I wouldn't. So I don't mean to say as long as it.
Well, I think Arch Manning and Dante Moore will be the two right now are the two highest rated quarterbacks going into the draft next year, and but we'll see. We'll see what kind of year they have. If they go belly up this year in college ball, then they won't be, right? So it always happens every year. We sit here, it's going to be a great year for quarterbacks. There's 15 guys go in the first round, then it all sorts out, and you're like, oh, geez, there's only 2 going. So anyway, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll catch up with Doc Murphy, get some analysis.
I got 2 or 3 on the hit list here. We're going to get some diagnoses on, including a big injury in the NBA last night.
All right.
It could be a scene shifter when it comes to winning the title. All that and more when we return. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Frank Frangie. Our show will be live from Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra talking NFL draft and a whole lot more. So come out and join us from 4 to 6 Friday for $12 select buckets of beer and $5 fireballs. This Friday at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra.
You've always known Beard's Diamonds for, well, our diamonds. But have you heard about our watches? Beard's is proud to introduce a new and exciting selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex timepieces. If you've tried to find a Rolex these days, you know how hard it is. But Beard's has scoured the country to put together an incredible selection of pristine Rolexes, thoroughly inspected and fully authenticated. These are like new Rolexes, all the most popular models, GMT Masters, Submariners, Sky Dwellers, and more. Come in today and check out our new collection of amazing timepieces. And if you have a Rolex to sell or trade, Beard's buyers are here with top dollar offers. Beard's Diamonds, always looking for new ways to give our customers the finest quality and the guaranteed best value price. Locally owned and operated for more than 4 decades, Beard's is your trusted source for fine diamonds, exquisite designer jewelry, stunning engagement rings, and now the finest luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. Come find the Rolex of your dreams now. Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I can tell you as Walk-Off Charities has grown, we now manage a large athletic facility with numerous fields, including the Bregan Baseball Complex. To get around, we needed a good, reliable golf cart. I went straight to Dynamic Drives and Design in Jack's Peak. I met with Travis, told him exactly what our needs were. Would you believe before you knew it, the perfect cart was delivered to us at an incredible price? If you need a golf cart, Travis and his team are the go-to. Learn more about them at dynamicdrivesdesign.com.
Jacksonville is thinking teal, and so are Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony. It's Jaguars Today, breaking down everything Jags and NFL. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. Weekdays 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Feel the power. Hear the legend. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. The look, the sound, the electrifying showmanship of one of rock's greatest bands. One Night of Queen, April 29th at Florida Theater. Get your tickets now at floridatheater.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. you've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Quick question. Is your plumbing company run by plumbers or by people who've never held a wrench? At Holland Sons Plumbing, the owners are plumbers themselves. We're family-owned, veteran-operated, and built by people who understand the work. No corporate nonsense, no boardrooms, no suits. Right now, we're hiring service plumbers and residential new construction plumbers here in Jacksonville. If you want steady work, a team that's got your back, and owners who know the job because they've done it, give Holland Sons a look. Holland Sons Plumbing. Local, family, real.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF and Northeast Florida area high schools.
Dr. Kevin Murphy, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, sc-ortho.com for all of your orthopedic needs. Good morning, Doctor.
Morning, boys.
Doc, I was watching my guy last night run from first to home on a double, Francisco Lindor. And he was laboring. He wasn't running. I was waiting for him to put it in another gear, and I'm watching him. He's like, this isn't good. Came around third. He just couldn't find that gear, and then he slid home. And when he slid, he sat there for a second, and I could tell something wasn't right. He walked off, went down the tunnel, off he left. So he's got a calf injury. Now, Juan Soto just had a calf injury. He missed 3 weeks. He's back now. As we all know what happens with the calf, you have to be careful with the calf. But my question to you is simply this. So they say, well, he'll have an MRI tomorrow. What will the MRI show on the calf injury? Like, was it already hurting? Did it hurt when he started to run? Did something rip? Like, tell me more about that.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I didn't hear of anything pre-injury, so I assume he did that when he took off and started running. So the question in the MRI, the purpose of that is to see where the injury is. Is it in the muscle belly of the calf muscle?
Okay.
Is it in the tendon muscle junction, or is it in the tendon? So the calf muscle goes down to the Achilles tendon. So where in that spectrum is the thing injured, and to what degree? So is it a minor sprain, which is a grade 1? Is it a partial tear, grade 2, or is it's not completely torn?
Right.
He wouldn't be able to run.
Yeah.
So it's not that.
It's a 1 or a 2.
It's a 1 or a 2.
Okay, so what is
1's a 3-weeker.
Okay.
2's probably is 4-6-weeker.
Does it just heal on itself though, or
well, it does, but as it heals, you do therapy to stretch it and elongate the whole structure so that it doesn't heal in a big ball of scar. Because if it does, then when you go to push off again, it fully lengthens and you rip it again.
I don't think I've ever heard of, and I'm sure you're going to tell me I'm wrong, so maybe forgive the stupidity, but I don't think I've ever heard of surgery on a calf. Is there surgery on a calf?
No.
Like if it was completely torn,
no.
There's nothing you can do, right?
So if the muscle itself it pulls away from the tendon, you still don't fix that. It'd be like trying to sew hamburger.
Okay.
It's just not. It's not going to hold.
So that would eventually also heal on itself, but it would take a longer period of time. Is all you're telling me?
Correct.
So no matter what, there's no surgery involved. It's just how long is he going to be out, and then you're extra careful with calves because they lead to the
if that whole complex is weakened, you put more stress on the Achilles, and then you've seen in a number of cases where that thing tears.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Doc, the big Miami offensive lineman who can go as high as 4 or 5 in some and on down a little further. I think in part depending on an injury designation. I've never heard of an injury being called asymptomatic. Like he's had a herniated disc that says it's asymptomatic. What does that mean? He's got a messed up back, but it feels okay today.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So in that the whole world, or is it common to use the term asymptomatic for something other than like a communicable disease or an illness? I mean, I've never heard of an injury as asymptomatic.
Well, to your point, it doesn't hurt and it's not limiting him.
Okay.
But at some point, he had pain, or they wouldn't know he had herniated disc.
Sure.
Because some point he had pain in the MRI on his back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But a herniated disc, the disc material escaped the little capsule that it's in, and usually sits on the nerve and causes pain down your leg, and it's very hard to work through that acutely.
Okay.
Now, if that shrinks down either by injections or time and it goes away and you don't hurt, it's not as big a deal, but it's still there, and that disc space has been disrupted, but puts you at risk for getting arthritis of that area of your back. So, he's at risk for getting arthritic changes in his back and having chronic back pain.
Well, did you know I've been designated a genius, but it's asymptomatic, so we're waiting on it to flare up.
I heard Joe Rose on the Lunch Bunch show yesterday, and he was saying it's like, I don't know what, this is like a made-up injury and all. It's really weird what's going on with this kid.
He never did miss time down
No.
there. There's a big road grating, trench. Those trenches were a big reason that Miami was as successful.
We're
as
not
they were.
MRIing his back for no reason, right?
Right.
Somebody MRI'd his back to come up with that diagnosis.
Right. Yeah. I even no surgery though, right, Hick? He never had surgery on that
I
back.
don't think so.
Do you have surgery on a herniated disc typically?
Well, if it stays symptomatic and you have motor weakness in your leg, the foot drop classically, you can't pull your foot up. They're slapping your foot down, and that can be persistent if you don't get the pressure off the nerve.
I feel like his injury could be, and very rarely do I just buckle down and I've got to text doc for some personal advice on an injury. But I had what we can tell now was a pinched nerve in my shoulder. Like if you'd have asked me on Sunday, I'd have told you I tore my rotator cuff, my bicep, broke my collarbone, tore my labrum. I mean, it felt like somebody took a sledgehammer and hit me. And now I'm 4 days later, and I can play golf. And that's kind of what it is with a herniated disc, right? You could have a day where you feel like you're never going to walk again, and then 5 days later feel good.
It can be, and that's why you don't urgently operate on those for just a herniated disc. Sometimes they go away. The usual course is it lasts a while, meaning months, and it sometimes takes a year for that to completely resolve. But the acute symptoms, if they go away quickly, you don't necessarily operate on those.
Oklahoma City Thunder forward Jalen Williams,
really good player,
with a hamstring.
He missed like 40 games this year with a hamstring injury, so that's a re-injury. And we're just starting the postseason. That's going to be hard to count on him, Doc, for the next couple months.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, if he dropped and hobbled off the court, kind of thing, that's really concerning.
No, he just kind of limped off.
If he limped off, it may be less problematic, but he's still going to be limited by that for sure.
It was the right hamstring.
Oh, it's not the same one.
No.
Oh, I thought they said it was the same one. I thought I heard the term re-injured.
It says he missed the first 19 games of the season while recovering from. He played last year through the playoffs with a torn, oh boy, Doc, scapholinate ligament, torn scapholinate ligament.
They make this
in
stuff
his right
up, Doc?
wrist.
Scapholunate.
That's in
the wrist.
I took a shot, man.
Yeah,
I mean, scaff. I've heard of scaff, like scaff.
Yeah,
scaffolding.
That's a wrist thing.
Anyway, he had his wrist delaying an operation until after he played through that. Then missed the first 90 games of the season while recovering from that surgery, and twice missed extended stretches due to a right hamstring strain. This was the left hamstring. He said left hammy. So right, left, regardless, he's.
Yeah, either way.
You start having those hamstring, and if you get different, then to me, it always comes back to the stretching stuff. I mean, like I just remember, you're saying not necessarily?
Well, it can be. Some of these guys are wound so tight that they're just prone to it. But, and there's usually an imbalance. But they got huge quads and less strong hamstrings, so they strain those because there's an imbalance on one side of the leg to the other. But guys that tend to strain those, it's mechanics. Was the other one bothering him? He put more stress on the other side. There's all kind of things that could have contributed to it. But the bottom line, if he just has an acute hamstring injury, It's going to be a minute before he's back, and he's certainly going to be limited when he comes back.
Refresh my memory, Doc, on when you officially put a guy in the concussion protocol. Is there any? I mean, you go in it regardless if you show initial symptoms, but just based on what you see in front of you, or do you have a checklist of symptoms? Just to go into a protocol, it makes it more official and different because that's 48-hour window that you're not allowed to do anything, no matter how. Like, you're not allowed to play in the game if you're. And I say this because Victor Wembanyama, look, it was a tough spill, but he kind of landed on his chin and then his head. But what I took from it, bounced on his feet and sprinted to the locker room. That just doesn't, does that mean anything? Is that? But they put him in concussion protocol. They've got a game, tomorrow night, and so you wonder about his availability.
Well, you do the cognitive tests, and if he fails his baseline, then yes, he's considered to have a concussion, and you start the process once he's cleared. So once all those things go away, then you start working. So to your point, you sit him and have him doing not a whole lot, and then you test him again and see where he is.
This is interesting to me. Shams Charania, who works for ESPN, covers the league, said that Wemby did not suffer any setbacks in his recovery from a concussion and could travel with the team to Portland for games 3 and 4 Friday and Sunday. Are you allowed to fly if you're the concussion protocol?
I don't think there's a restriction.
There's
on
not.
flying.
I wondered if he were.
He's playing.
Yeah, if he travels. He plays.
On the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, cool little story for Doc Murphy. He did my labrum repair after I tore it in 3 places in my senior year of high school playing football in 2020. I was worried about getting surgery because I thought it might just disqualify me for future military service, but he promised me it wasn't something to worry about. Now I'll be joining the Marines as an officer when I graduate UF in December. I do have one question, though. I do have the tiniest restriction on range of motion. I can't quite throw like I used to. Any tips for that, Doc?
Hoorah.
Hoorah. Yeah.
Yeah, stretch it out. But,
It is what it is.
You're a Marine. You'll push through that.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Well done. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah. Good story, Doc. Good story. Anything else?
I'm good. Doc, anything?
I think we're good.
We're good to go.
I didn't see any arms dangling or legs dangling this week.
No, we're all good to go. All right, that's Doc Murphy, best in the business, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Doc.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. We may not have the most talent. We're not the biggest or strongest. But we've got something no one else has. We're 1010XL. Let's get 'em.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, looking for insurance you can actually trust? Meet Craig and Chris Kaprosky with the Kaprosky Agency in Goosehead. For over the years, they've built their reputation, and they've done it the right way. They've earned it. They're upfront. They're honest. They're always working to find their clients the best possible coverage at the best possible price. Home, auto, flood, umbrella, specialty coverage. Craig and Chris shop the market for you, comparing top insurance companies so you don't have to. They've helped countless families, just like mine, many, many times, making the process simple, stress-free, and saving real dollars along the way. I am grateful for the Kaprosky Agency. If you want straight answers and coverage you can count on, just give Craig or Chris a call with the Goosehead Insurance. Easy to get a hold of. It's craig.kaprosky@goosehead.com, craig.kaprosky@goosehead.com, Koproski, or call them 478-8422, 478-8422, because the right insurance isn't just about policies. It's about people that you can trust.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, "Gone boating." But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek rope swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Springtime is the perfect time to get your home organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live. From closets and garages to entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and storage for any space and budget. Make an appointment to tour their showroom on Phillips Highway and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off free installation and 18 months special financing. Schedule your free consultation at 904-878-9393 or find them online, closetsbydesign.com.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here, and let's talk skin. Beaches Dermatology reminding you all to wear your sunscreen. Summer's almost here, gang, and that means more time outside. You're grabbing the clubs for your tee time. You're heading out to the boat. Just headed to the beach. Definitely bring the sunscreen. Hey, Mother's Day is coming up, so get your lady a gift card for some skin care. We know women love their skin. Beaches Dermatology, give them a call. I've been seeing them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Call today online at beachesdermatology.com.
It's time to take your season to the next level when the Jaguars return to the bank in 2026. Become a season ticket member and unlock exclusive access to ticketed events, members-only experiences, NFL membership club perks, and more. Availability is limited due to in-bowl renovations, so don't wait. Call 904-633-2000 or visit jaguars.com/season tickets to secure your spot at the center of the action. We'll see you at the bank this fall.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Florida basketball head coach Todd Golden met with the media on Wednesday and commented on NIL support.
Our main supporters appreciate about our program is that we're efficient with their support.
The Jaguars will hit the draft and need a fresh pass rush juice, even with stars Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:08 and it's 61 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Bueller. Stay tuned for the high school Lockett Law high school report next, right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report, brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
All right, you like good baseball. There's good baseball in Jacksonville. We all know that. We always talk about being the most underrated, and there's a lot of teams to keep an eye on. And one of the teams that we haven't gotten to yet in the Lockett Law High School Report is Bishop Snyder, and they deserve as many accolades as anybody else. They're as good as anybody. They'll tell you they're better, by the way. So we're going to find out, though, here in the next few weeks as we get ready for the high school state playoffs. So we got two from Bishop Snyder here today. Cody Boschel, who you've known if you follow high school baseball at all, because you committed to Tennessee when, like a couple years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, into eighth grade, started freshman year.
End of eighth grade, he committed to Tennessee. And Trip Hanna, who recently decommitted from Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of cool. Do you have any connection to Oklahoma? Like, was there any connection there that?
No,
You
kind of
both
a
what? You
similar
both want to travel, go far away, go do something? Talking to the mic.
Literally.
Yeah. So you're a middle infielder?
Yes, sir.
And so tell me about your team this year. I know you guys had a great year, and I know we just had a heck of a game in the district championship, which really you just want to win the trophy, but bigger things ahead. So tell me about your team this year first off.
You know, tight team.
Mhm.
Everybody's close. It's like we're all brothers, and we've been getting after it since as soon as last season ended, getting ready for this year. Want to make a run. Weren't too happy with the way things ended last year, so this year we want to change that, and we want to play as long as we can together.
And it starts, Cody, tomorrow, right? Friday night.
Friday,
You got Providence.
Yeah.
You got my boys, the P-Town boys.
Oh, yeah.
You've kind of handled them this year, though. I know that. So, but that's just they're in a very competitive district and now region. But it should be that way, right? You guys want to play the good teams, and that's who you're playing. Tell me a little bit about from your perspective, the team.
Yeah, like he said, we're insanely close, and I mean, every time we go out on that field, we're willing to just fight for every single one of us. And like you said, that district is the best of the best. I think it's the best in Florida.
Yeah.
And so it's like playing them during the regular season, and then I don't think we played a lot. Like I think we played 2 guys in our district in the regular season. It was just super competitive.
Yes.
And now like going into playoffs, I can't it's win or go home. So,
right.
I mean, and a lot of these guys, I mean, we have I think 10 seniors. So it just means a lot to it. It's like it's a whole different meaning now. Like junior year, you always wanted to play for the seniors, but personally, you never had that feeling. But now it's like you gotta go.
Yeah. I don't know, and forgive me, and maybe you don't either.
Yeah.
I don't know the format because it's best of 3. It's not best of 3. So are we elimination 1 game only to start?
Yep.
Yes.
Just the quarters.
Okay.
And
so
then-
that means you have to beat Providence, and then who would you play next?
The winner of Pensacola Catholic and Bowls.
And that's a 1-game set also?
Yeah, and then no.
Or is that a best of 3?
That's a best of 3.
Then we get into best of 3.
Yep. Semis and championship.
And then the next round is to get to the Final 4 is the best of 3 as well?
Yes, sir.
And that would, in all likelihood, be Trinity.
Yep.
Now tell me about the rivalry with Trinity. Who wants to comment on that?
He's been here longer. He's got it.
Yeah, I mean, our freshman year.
Yes.
Like people probably know.
You get fired up to play Trinity.
Yeah.
And Bishop Snyder is a really good program and plays baseball the right way, but they're not as, I don't know, guys, maybe not as well known. Is that fair to say as Trinity? Trinity gets a little more pub, a little more hype. Is that fair?
Fair. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So,
but I think like freshman year, we didn't have nobody, but we had 10 guys.
Yeah.
And we took them in the 8th, and we got walked off in the district championship.
Okay.
And we had no business being in extras with them.
Okay.
And at that time, and then sophomore year, same thing happened. We were up actually 5-4. And then later in the inning, I think maybe an error, and it was just a weird game. We ended up losing. I think it was 8-6 maybe.
Okay.
But we've always played.
You battle them.
We've always as the underdog, we've always fought even though we had less talent than they did.
Okay.
And then last year we didn't really get a good shot. I mean, we played them in the district championship, but we threw our starter for maybe 1 inning, and it was just it was super. I think it was a 4-1 game. It was super calm, and it was a district championship. We didn't and then now. We got after it, and I mean, we were able, me and Tripp has played those guys because we're super, we're both super senior heavy.
Right.
And so me and Tripp's played those guys since we were, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
And we've always knew, we were able to hang with them. And I mean, we beat them.
Yeah. Have you ever played with them?
Yeah.
In the summer?
I played with a lot of them.
Yeah. So you guys know
8,
each other
12,
pretty well.
yeah.
You guys are kind of the elite of the elite. I mean, we're talking Power Division I, Tennessee, Oklahoma State. They got all those kids as well. So you guys match up well with them individually.
Yeah.
And you cross paths with them, I assume, in the summertime too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Where have you played with them or know them or of?
So when I was 8, my dad started a team.
Okay.
And it was honestly a lot of those kids.
Okay.
Some of the guys that we have at Snyder now too. And up until 12, you still played with those guys. 13 was kind of when it broke off. And then 14's when I started playing with 5-Star, and that's when Cody was on that team.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the same thing where we couldn't get them. Like a couple times in a row, we couldn't get them. Then we got them once.
Yeah.
And we started getting them after that.
Yeah. And I know you're both confident bunches, and you'll go into that. It's really must-see baseball. I can't wait to go. Now, where will that be played if we get that far? Not to get ahead of ourselves. You still have work to do, but
Trinity.
At Trinity, yeah. Which you kind of dig that too.
And shout out to Chandler, St. John's kid, Chandler Danzer, because he's the one who helped me book these boys.
Yeah, Chandler's the best.
Yeah,
I mean, Chandler knows them all. So, have you guys been on Chandler's podcast?
Yeah, I have.
I haven't.
Oh, that's great. All right, so why Tennessee? Chuck, you like Chuck?
Yeah, no,
Chuck went from Florida to Tennessee.
Yeah, just this year.
Oh, Chuck,
I like him a lot.
Yeah,
he's cool. But
Chuck's a cool dude.
No, the reason
Chuck Giralman, assistant coach at Tennessee, but he was at Florida. Now he's at Tennessee. Go ahead.
And I heard great things from Aiden as well.
But when you committed, Tony V was the coach.
Yeah.
So you've kept your commitment. You like the coaching staff up there.
Yeah, because the head coach, the guy that took over the job, was the guy that recruited me.
Right.
And Coach E is like, I mean, the relationship we created was insane. Like we talked almost every week. So it was something special. And like just looking at how those guys are able to play with freedom and play like how they want to, and like how Coach E didn't really change that because Tony V made the program,
right? And
like he didn't do a lot of changes, and now like they're finally getting hot going into SEC play. Like I mean, they swept Mississippi State,
right?
I mean, and it's fun seeing how there wasn't a lot of hiccup. I mean, there was some speculation like early in the year with how Coach E was going to handle it, but now like it's starting to get on track and it looks good, really good.
But you got to root for Florida because your old teammate,
Kinger,
huh?
Yeah,
how good is he pitching?
He's the man.
Huh?
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Really well.
Yeah.
Like he took off from his junior to senior year. What year were you guys when he was a senior? That's 2 years sophomore.
I was a freshman.
Freshman. Okay,
yeah.
So you guys were young. Okay. Yeah. So but yeah, his senior year he was unhittable. I mean, that was
what was Brooks? Did Brooks graduate in 24?
Brooks played against him when he was a junior.
Okay.
Yeah, a junior. He didn't face him. He didn't.
Yeah,
the
20
strikeouts. Yeah. We didn't get that one.
No,
but he was something. All right. So what about? I know this answer. You guys are both want to ultimately play professional baseball, right? I mean, that's the goal, right? Yep. So what about like draft and things of that nature? How much do you pay it? Like, are you? If and again, I look at the draft boards. I don't know. I don't see in the top 50. You know, I don't see your names in the top 50. Is that something that you pay attention to, or where are you in terms of the Major League Baseball draft coming up?
Yeah, like, I think if you pay a lot of attention to it, it'll just get in your head. And like, that's been my goal. Like in the winter, it was super heavy. Like they all came to the house, and it was just like meetings, and then like you start the year, and you start thinking about that and let them like stress you out, like you're not going to play. So like now I've kind of had to learn through that, like through the year, through the whole season, like just not letting that get into my head and just being the kid playing a game again. And so like,
good.
But yeah, like you said, I mean, it does like, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it doesn't like have any factor. Like it's a lot of weight on it. And I think I put too much weight on it.
Okay.
And just kind of like step back and play the game.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is now, with the programs that you guys are looking at, the facilities, everything is, and the kind of players that you'll face, to me, it's almost the same as minor league baseball in terms of getting you ready, and then you can go play summers in Cape Cod or whatever, and you get, we got a kid at Florida who was the MVP of the Northwoods League. I mean, there's guys that, you get great competition in the summertime. That's important too, isn't it, Trip?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this year I'll be heading up to the Appy League to play during the summer. So, I mean, you just want to see the best before you go get ready to see them every day.
Mm-hmm. Are you going anywhere this summer? Do you know yet? No?
No, I've got like all the draft workouts, and I kind of just want to prepare my body for that.
Sounds good. Well, listen, congratulations on all your guys' success. I watched Bochel here in the home run derby, and the wind was blowing in at Bulls, and he was hitting these bombs and from the left, but the wind was blowing in from right. And his ball would go up in the air and just get held up there. But that was fun to be a part of. I'm sure you enjoyed that. Yeah. Lousy night, but it was still pretty cool. So good luck. Go get them. Somebody's going to go to state from, and there's nothing like that too. So congratulations on all your guys' success.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Bishop Snyder in the house. We're back with more. That's a Lock of Law High School Report. I know before you blow. We're back with more next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The home of the home team you grew up with.
What a tremendous play by Fred Taylor. What an embarrassment for the Miami Dolphins.
1010XL.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
ACM and CMA Award winner, Hardy. That's my favorite country song. The Country Tour. April 23rd, ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena with Mitchell Tenpenny. And McCoy Moore. Hardy Live. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Hardy 2026.
They give their best physically and mentally.
Listen for the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Scholar Athlete of the Week. Tuned up by
The Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesday afternoons on The Frangie Show.
On 1010XL.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call Zero Res. Hey, Hicken here. Step into a fresher, cleaner home this spring with Zero Res. You might think because you mop off and your floors are clean, but they're actually collecting dirt not obvious to the eye. After a while, the hardwood or tile or LVP looks dull. This is where Zero Res can help. This month, 20% off all hard floor cleaning. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Call 287-5727 or go online at zeroresjacksonville.com. Make sure to ask for the 1010XL special.
Zero Res.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be. There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations. And through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest. So everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Oh, that's fun. That's good high school baseball talk right there, man. 2 really good players, too, by the way. So keep an eye on those guys. Cody going to Tennessee and Tripp decommitting from Oklahoma State. So we'll see where he ends up. But, yeah, and Bishop Snyder and Trinity, if they end up meeting, not to get ahead of the horse, you know, because anything can happen in a one gamer.
That's for sure.
And they got they got one game, and then they go best of 3. So it's interesting. But then you get to the Final Four, and it's one game again. So usually the really good teams want best of 3s because, you know, anybody can win one game. If you run into a hot pitcher or whatever, that'll happen. So
in the baseball, basketball, football, the first coast have in history the most state championships in baseball, basketball, or football. Baseball? Or do you think it's closer than you might think? It's hard to win because we get into those big southern pockets of private schools and population. So it's
probably
it's hard.
baseball.
It is probably baseball, isn't it?
Over football,
Yeah.
I mean, again, it depends on what you're.
Well, in public school especially, right? Because we've had private. Bowles won a ton of football for a lot of years.
Right.
And
Trinity won a ton.
It's not as much a different ball game now as it used to be. It used to be a big different ball game.
Yeah.
Now the public schools, if they're playing the game, can do it the other way. I saw this note about my baseball team, the Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstores. In Major League Baseball history, only one team has the following numbers after the first 25 games of the season. Plus 50 or better run differential, 30 or more home runs, 200 plus pitching strikeouts, and 0 blown saves. And that is the start of this year's Atlanta Braves season.
Well, that should be very
fantastic. That's kind of a well-rounded stat if you're a Braves fan, because it speaks to the kind of start they've gotten to, both offensively and pitching wise. And
we won a game.
Well, we've been lucky, Hick. The bottom line is this, buddy. A lot of years you'll score 12 in a game, the other guy scores 3, and then the other guy will score 2 and you'll score 1. And we've been lucky this year that teams have scored 6 or 8 runs, and the Braves have picked a game where they'd score 10 or 11 and still win. So I got day baseball today, which I love.
Oh, yeah. Mike Vrabel.
That's a cop-out, bro.
Going to counseling here.
It's become a cliched cop-out in the sports world. Marriage counseling, that's all you need. I mean, you're a high-functioning, successful person. You got to work on your morals. You got to work on your family if that's important to you. But, I understand the value of counseling and therapy, and it's necessary, and I hope you got the right person who's giving you the right advice. There's a lot of other variables in there, but when it comes to this, that sounds like I don't really want to address the media again after round 3 of the draft. So I'm going to go to counseling. Let's step away and get some counsel. Okay. Sure. Mrs. Vrabel should be there with you, probably. It's kind of counseling that you're needing these days.
Showing this clip from after Jags selected Brian Thomas Jr., his parents, the reporter says, Sandra, how far has this family come? All the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Shout out BTJ. Go get them.
Have you seen, has there been any kind of a drop or hint or clue to the rivalry uniform that the Jags will wear once this year? Have you seen it, what it looks like?
No.
Because at first I wasn't sure if it was one of those, fake stories.
It's not.
No, no, it's not. But it's only a one-gamer, but there is a, quote, rivalry uniform that you'll wear against the division team. So I'm just, it was...
Is this like...
I hope it goes off...
Is this City Connects? Is this the NFL version of City Connects?
I think so, but I will say this. I want something, and I'm not normally like this. I want something off the wall. Right? If we're going to do one game only...
You're such a uniform guy.
I want like sparkly teal helmets with gold face masks. I want something different. I don't want it to look,
What a way to make money.
Yeah, definitely.
The money machine of the NFL. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to, there's they all these strict regulations about, you can't change them every 3 years, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. Rivalry uniforms, one game only. But get your jersey now.
$99.99.
Make sure you're wearing that jersey when we play the Houston Texans this Sunday. Okay.
It's rivalry jersey week.
Golly, they're great. God, they're great.
That's all sports, in fairness.
It is. But nobody like the NFL. Ain't nobody like the NFL. And you're right. Maybe they changed the helmets, too. Is that part of it?
They better. Like I said, I don't want to just see some slight change. Just like the Steelers and Packers when they wear the throwbacks, how ugly those are. Yeah. I want something. I don't want it to be ugly, but I want it to jump out that much. I want you to have to say, who is that? At first glance. But then again, they I guess this started last year. Can either one of you guys tell me one of these rivalry uniform weekends last year? Can you think of one?
No.
I can't either.
But I don't pay it. You pay attention.
Did the Texans wear?
I'm about to see.
What do they have? A couple teams do it each year?
I think it's 8. It's either 6 or 8.
And we're up for this year. NFL rivalry uniforms, AFC and East and NFC West last year.
Yeah, here we go. I'm looking at I don't remember these teams. They weren't that different. Like here are some of them. They're not that different.
They look totally the same.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, different, like, shade of the color.
Here's the Cardinals. It's kind of like a burnt kind of like that's the Cardinals, what they wore.
Okay.
Against the Seahawks.
All right.
That's the Seahawk. That's Buffalo. I remember Buffalo wearing that one. I just thought
that was
one
the
of those,
ice.
The ice one.
We call them
that
ice.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, the Rams, they wore the black one against the Seahawks, but I didn't know that was anything, different or special. The Dolphins wore that black jersey. I mean, nothing says Miami Dolphins history, legacy, and rivalry like a black jersey.
Did they wear it in September down in Miami?
They did. September 29th against the Jets.
By the way, I dug, did you see Josh Allen at the start of the Buffalo?
Yeah. Slam the beer, bang the drum.
Yeah, that was cool.
At the hockey game?
At the hockey game.
I said this yesterday. Cool. When it comes to your quarterback matching your fan base in your market, Josh Allen is up there in those top 5 matches. I think we've got one of those here. Trevor, Southern kid, slow, just prefer to go to Waffle House as much as Ruth's Chris.
Josh Allen is because listen, Jim Kelly didn't want to go to Buffalo, ended up going to Buffalo, lives in Buffalo, made Buffalo his home. He's beloved in Buffalo. And Josh Allen, I think, is even greater than Jim Kelly or Bruce Smith or any member of the Super Bowl teams that went.
As a player, you mean, all time?
Yeah.
Maybe Bruce Smith you would have an argument. He's definitely better than Kelly.
I'm not saying better. I'm saying more beloved.
Oh, yeah. I think we're at the axis crossing point of Allen and Kelly, and the Kelly side is dying off. That's an older.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jags ended Jim Kelly's career 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not that long to you and me, but that's a long time. There are a lot of people listening right now that didn't really watch Jim Kelly play.
Right.
And Josh Allen is better than Jim Kelly, with all due respect to Jim Kelly and what he did.
Boy, Jim Kelly was good.
Yeah, he wasn't MVP good.
He wasn't MVP good?
No. I bet you Jim Kelly never flashed in the top 3 in MVP voting.
You don't think so?
Nah. Thurman Thomas
he was winning the Super Bowls?
No, they weren't winning the Super Bowls.
I mean, going to Super Bowls?
Yeah.
They damn sure weren't winning. Jim Kelly, because I remember Jim Kelly put up some unbelievable numbers with the Gamblers.
Yeah, I don't think his numbers in Buffalo are especially they're going to seem less because of what quarterbacks today. I mean, Josh Allen went 41 and 4 or whatever.
He threw 33 touchdowns in 91.
Okay, how many picks?
17.
Yeah, see, it was just a different game.
He threw 237 touchdowns. Now, he only played 11 years because he was 26 when he got to Buffalo.
Right, started USFL.
Yeah, so let's see if he ever... Where he finished MVP. 5th, he was 2nd in 91.
He was.
Yeah.
The year he had 33.
Yeah.
And that was their first year going to the Super Bowl. So, no, that was their second.
Yeah. So, anyway, but yeah,
okay.
You're right. Josh Allen, because also Josh Allen runs.
Yeah, and it's a different game, but Josh Allen probably already has more touchdowns than Kelly had his whole career.
But what the Bills were cool, the Bills with the K-gun offense and go, that was like the first phase of what teams run.
And by the way, the year that Kelly got 18 votes in 1991, Thurman Thomas won, a different bill.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And he had 39 votes, so twice as many.
Yeah.
In other words, James Cook ain't plucking no Josh Allen MVP votes.
Yeah.
Right,
Josh Allen's better.
Let's take a quick time out, get back on track here. It's draft day. We'll see if the Jags move. We'll give you the latest on the rumors surrounding that. And, I've got this trade value cheat sheet chart for a reason, Hick. Let me tell you how the Jags can move into the bottom of the first round without giving up too much.
Okay.
That and more next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
All right, gang, the day is here. Yeah, TopDressing.com is coming to the house today to do the lawn, and I am pumped. I'm ready to watch proprietary process in order, baby. Woo! Yeah, I met with their staff from Top Dressing. Great dudes. Locally operated right here in Jax as well. And listen, that St. Augustine grass, take it or leave it down here in Florida, right? But
Listen, I'm ready to change that up and check it out. And you can come by and check it out as well. It's easy to get them on the schedule, and I'll have a full report for you starting tomorrow. You want to truly transform your lawn to look like a golf course? Call today, get that free estimate, and top dress that lawn like the pros do and like I'm going to do with topdressing.com.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Jacksonville, your refund just hit. Don't let it vanish on bills. Superior Fence and Rail doubles it. Match up to $250 on 100 feet or more. Picture this. One-day install transforms your yard into a private oasis with a quality that turns heads. From check to fenced paradise, faster than you think. Call today or visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com. Youth sports at the YMCA's focus on teamwork, discipline, and building confidence. Our experienced coaches can create a positive and supportive environment where your kids can grow, stay active, and develop a love for sports. Sports like basketball, volleyball, swimming, gymnastics, and even elite skills training. Join the fun and register. Give your kids a chance to be a part of something special. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
Double the action, double the fun. Join Sporting Jags Saturday, April 25th at UNF's Hodges Stadium for an exciting pro soccer doubleheader. The women's team gets things going at 2 against Lexington, featuring an appearance from competitive eating legend Joey Chestnut. Have a blast after in the fun zone before the men pick things back up at 7:30 against Miami. Secure your seats at sportingjacks.com or call 863-KICK. That's 863-KICK. Pro Soccer, Pro Jacks.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation? From a real person? Good luck. That is what's so nice about Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Unlike publicly traded conglomerates with headquarters in faraway cities, Mike Merritt's Heating and Air remains family-owned and operated by Mike, your neighbor. Mike Merritt has delivered hometown service, integrity, and pricing for generations. The big guys incentivize their techs to sell you new equipment. Mike's team emphasizes repair first. We only sell you equipment if your current equipment is worn out and beyond repair. And let's be honest about price. Small operations without much overhead can sometimes lowball your job, but you can't trust just anyone with a truck. They may be here today and gone tomorrow. Mike Merritt has been keeping North Florida cool for more than 3 decades. That's experience and dedication you can count on. Call today or see us on the web.
Florida license number CAC 050384.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
So open up your morning light and say a little prayer for I. You know that if we are to stay alive and see the peace in it.
All right, welcome back. It's draft day 2026, although our Jacksonville Jaguars right now don't have a pick scheduled. We'll see how that goes going forward.
A couple of intangibles when it comes to the Jaguars pick, and from this standpoint. And we've talked a lot about with just 1 second-round pick in the 3rd round, it's hard to get up into the first round, and that's true. It's hard to get into the top 25 of the first round. Mm-hmm. But if there's a prospect you have your eye on, and you really, really want him, and Seattle is willing to deal with you, and they're the 32nd pick, it does come with a couple of advantages. You get the 5th-year option as part of drafting him. You won't get that if you draft him in round 2. Mm-hmm. And you also get the potential compensatory pick when he leaves you that you don't necessarily get with a player that you draft in round 2. So those are 2 future advantages that you get by picking 32 versus 56. Now, you got to have somebody who's willing to do it. But using the old Jimmy Johnson trade chart, the Jags could move from 56 to the Seahawks spot if they want, say, the running back, or maybe it's a linebacker they love, somebody that they can control for 5 years rather than 4. That pick by Seattle is worth 590 points, Hick.
Okay.
Jacksonville's pick at number 56 is worth 340, so you've only got to make up 250. And the 81st pick is 185, the 88th pick is 150, and the 100th pick is 100. You could theoretically give up your second and 2/3 and get that first-round pick and then still keep one of your third-round picks. Now, Seattle's got to be willing to accept it, but that would equal, the value on the trade chart. So while we've been operating under it's way too big, you don't have enough close to the first-round assets to move into round 1 without giving up future picks. And you can move into the end of round 1 if that's your aggressive strategy, and you won't have to get. And by the way, like we've said, this is how you don't use the 11. If they did something like this, if they did something bold and gave up their second and 2 of their thirds to get a first-round pick that they are now, he's got to be. We're sure. We love this guy, whether it's Price or whether it's one of the linebackers or whoever it might be. So. At least by looking at the numbers that way, and I know that trade value chart isn't written in stone, it's not a law, but it does seem to have been followed all these years by most of them. It made me wonder if, you go to bed tonight at 11:30, they might indeed have a pick by the time you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
The more likely option would be you just move up a little bit in round 2, and then you only give one of those picks away.
Right.
But you don't get the control, and you don't get the compensatory down the road, too, and we know what he feels about those picks. He's been telling us, right? Did you see this? This would make the quarterback whisperer grin ear to ear, but I got a SI column here with the NFL draft rumors. Just came out overnight, and it includes a passage here on the potential of Carson Beck in round 1.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. About Beck's chances, this is what they write. Former Miami quarterback Carson Beck could reportedly be drafted as high as the first round, according to one NFL insider. Tom Pelissero from NFL Network said yesterday Beck has impressed people throughout the pre-draft process, enough so that he believes he'll go in the second round and would not 100% rule out the idea of Carson Beck somehow finding his way into the bottom of round 1. It'd be good news for the local. Would you take Beck or Simpson? Not saying you would like either one. Of those two, who would you rather have?
I'm very wary of 15 start guys.
Yeah, me too. I would take Beck in a heartbeat.
I'd probably lean towards Beck on that one.
And so I get that Carson Beck doesn't have an argument against Mendoza and all that he did, but it's been curious to me that Ty Simpson is just naturally fallen that far ahead of. I'm with you on Simpson. I'd be scared to heck of that pick. I think the Jets will do themselves a big favor if they go in a different direction at 16.
I don't think they're going to take him at 16.
No.
But I think they, might take him in the second round.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Lots of numbers buzzing around Tommy Hawk and what he got from Florida to stay. As high as $10 million. I've heard $7 million. I don't know what it is. Nobody does. Nobody's going to ever say. But let's just say he's a wealthy young man, and he's getting a lot of money. And so is Condon. And Chinyalu, if he comes back, will get a lot of money. And I'm sure Boogie got some money, and Herb's got some money. And C.J. Ingram is coming back as well. So that's good news there. It looks like Florida's up the ante in the basketball world, and it's noticeable. And so that's
for sure.
That's curious, and I wonder if the football boys are like, well, we could use another $10 million or so, guys, Scott, if the money's out there. We'd like to have some of that as well. I could use this defensive tackle, but it's going to cost me $4,
How about, win 8? We'll talk.
Yeah.
That's what Golden did. Is he bought himself this budget. He's engaged, and he's lucky that not all big boosters' favorite sport is football, apparently.
Yeah.
Some dudes want to beat a basketball. He's probably smart on your guy, half-cock smart. I'm going to adopt the basketball team. I'll be that sugar daddy and be known the worldwide. It'll be a fun, it's a transition season, Hick. I wonder if it will be as a fan base. The honeymoon is over. Well, you can't go to the tournament next year and lose in round 1 or 2 and see
Florida basketball?
Yeah, I mean, now that we add a layer of pressure, and even this year, because they were a number. Anytime you're a number 1 seed and you go out in round 2, you usually scream at the coach. You're ticked. What are we doing? We're a number 1 seed. We're going to get out of round 2. Obviously, none of us think or feel that way. But I'm old enough to remember what Billy went through between 99 and 06.
Yeah.
Billy won in Donovan.
Yeah,
Billy won in Donovan, and a lot of people were the star was fading there a little bit. So, point being, the pressure shifts a little bit with this year's basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it last year it wasn't expected you were going to be a 1 seed. They lost Clayton and Richard and Martin. You were expected to be good. You wanted to be a good team. You're happy to be top 10. But you weren't expected to be a 1 seed. They overachieved again last year, really. Regular season.
But Florida, the expectations for Florida next year are to win the SEC regular season, to win either the SEC regular season or the SEC tournament. I would say I put more premium on the regular season, but a lot of people like the tournament. A lot of people like winning them both, obviously. But that and the Final Four. I mean, if you're the preseason number 1, your expectation is to go to the Final Four.
100%.
Yeah.
You'll, depending on the level and manner of departure, you could probably live with Elite 8. That's a different. You're making it to the next weekend, right?
Yeah.
But yes, if you've got all those guys back from a team that still's got a nucleus that won a national title, had another year as an SEC champion and a number 1 seed, you absolutely need to go to the Final Four.
In the last 25 seasons, and that's up to 2018 just for this purpose. So from 2018 back, that's 25, 11 times.
11 times what?
The number 1 team went to the Final Four. The preseason number 1 team.
That's a lot.
It's less than half, though. So
64 teams, though. That's pretty successful because we don't know the Elite 8 losses or the. I think you can't. You got to at least make it like the Sweet 16. We got to make it to the next weekend, bro.
Yeah.
If you're a 1 seed.
Yeah.
And you go out with the round of 32. You've choked.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. And again, it's okay. It was a last second shot. It was a terrible mistakes were made to not secure the victory, and you have still the glow of last year's title. But that's what I'm saying. Those are all gone next year. And I wouldn't expect that we would be, critiquing. I would expect Todd Golden and this Gator team to be a machine next year.
Seth Davis yesterday saying, after Golden said, quote, "I'm definitely planning on coaching the Gators. Not saying he will or won't, but definitely planning is not saying anything."
And that's smart.
Yeah.
Don't hem yourself in and, say you're going to do something that you then don't, or that you don't say you're not going to do something that you then do.
Yeah. Listen.
As long as that doesn't mean, unless this is the unpardonable, unless, okay, I'll ride one more year with these guys too, and then I'm leaving, because then you're not putting your best into building for the next year.
Right.
That's where you could, But listen, do you think that Todd Golden, when they walked off the court in Tampa, thought like the rest of us, that he had a huge undertaking about to take place, that Chinyalu and Halk and Condon for sure would be gone?
Yeah.
I bet he did.
I think it probably was talked about a great, I think he had an idea, though.
Yeah.
That he might get those guys back. I don't know. Obviously they have conversations all the time. So let's turn our attention back to the draft. It is draft night. We're keeping an eye on anything that may happen. The Jaguars don't have a number 1 pick. Let's say that. They don't have a number 1 pick going into tonight. And it would take a lot to get up in there. So we'll see. We'll continue our discussion next right here on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Jacksonville's home for Florida Gators baseball.
2 of the nation's top teams spend the weekend in the Swamp. Find out if Florida can end Texas A&M's 6-game win streak. Friday night, Saturday at 5, and Sunday at 1 on 1010 a.m.
Hey, Hickett here. Experience crystal clear vision with the Eye Associates. That's formerly Bow 9 Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, Jacksonville's leader
and advanced eye care. From routine eye exams to specialized vision care, their experienced team is dedicated to improving and preserving your vision. The same care that you've come to trust now with a new name. To schedule your appointment today, call the Eye Associates, formerly Bowden Eye Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, at 296-0098. That's 296-0098.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Let me tell you something smart homeowners are doing. They're getting ahead of problems before summer shows up. Now, right now at Duck Duck Rooter, there are 3 really good reasons to call. You can get your AC checked out and ready for summer for just $99. Got a big plumbing repair coming up, like a whole house repipe? You can save $500. And if it's time to pump your septic tank, the Duck Duck crew will run a sewer camera inspection for only $99, in addition to the price of the pump out. 3 great deals, 1 trusted team. Call 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, I'll tell you, you got one option. It's Chad and Sandy. Or another option, just fruitless frustration. Now with Chad and Sandy, see, they get to the solution real quick. Let's get to the punchline. Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's why you got to go to ChadAndSandy.com or call them today at 414-6200. Government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. You call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need max price, need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free. Chad and Sandy got this science-based Market Max system. It's proven, it's repeatable, and they guarantee they'll sell your home. Using the proprietary Market Max, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. We trust them. You can too. ChadAndSandy.com. ChadAndSandy.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back to the drill. NFL draft commences this evening. Great quarterbacks through the years. I've got a list here of every team's best
single game passing leader. In other words, what quarterback and how many yards did they throw to? Like for the Jaguars, it would be Mark Brunell. And he threw for 432 yards in one game. Do you remember which game that was?
430, you said?
432.
That was against the Rams, wasn't it?
Nope.
The Rams, Mark Brunell, 432. No, I'm dying on the Rams wall.
Ravens?
Nope.
I would have gone.
Game I was at. It was on the road.
I would have gone Rams, and then I would have just accused you of being dishonest with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had the one that must have been a 365 in the one he had the 5 turnovers. Remember, he had a lot that day too. 432. Was it against the Patriots?
It was.
Yeah.
Jags were down 23-0 with and he threw a 51-yard Hail Mary to Jimmy Smith for a touchdown. They lost their first ever overtime game, but not before Brunell threw for a team record 432 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of which went to Andre Rison. Brunell's final Hail Mary almost won the game in regulation. Willie caught it. Inches of the goal line. Willie, get in the end zone. In the overtime period, the Patriots got possession, drove it 49 yards in 6 plays, and Adam Vinatieri kicked the game winner. Jags rushed for just 29 yards. They would return to Foxborough later in the season, much later in the season. I think that was the game where our guy Brian Schwartz got hurt, and the field was in terrible condition, if I remember correctly.
That was 96, you said, right?
Yeah. I also think
right before the
I also think the legendary Mac Daddy was at that game.
Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Max's ticket giveaways at Daly's.
Who threw for the most yards in the history of the Miami Dolphins?
Well, I would say Marino.
521 yards.
He did that against the Jets.
Who threw for the most yards?
It's not Marino?
It is Marino.
Okay.
Who threw for the most yards?
Do we know his opponent?
No, I'd have to look it up. Who threw for the most yards in the history of the game? In one game. Single game.
You're talking about the Cal Stanford game? What is the game? What game?
In one game.
In one game?
Yeah.
So the most thrown in a game by a quarterback?
Yeah, in the NFL.
Is it 6
like
something?
600.
No.
It's not 5 something? Is it Marino?
554.
554.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. It's going to end up not being like Manning or Brady or Breeze.
Is it more recent?
Is it Breeze?
Okay. Long time ago.
Okay. Oh, is it it's not Roman Gabriel, is it?
Nope.
I've heard this. Is it Bobby? No, that's the 7 touchdown passes.
Mm-hmm.
Warren Moon.
Norm Van Brocklin.
Norm Van Brocklin, that's what it was. A different Falcons coach.
Who threw for the second most yards in a game, and it came against the Jags? Second most yards in the history of the NFL, and it came against the Jags.
Let us up.
I'm trying to.
Come on, E. Get in the game.
Oh, Russell Wilson?
Nope.
No.
No.
What about I just had it there, and I was just there, and I had it right there, and it just went bye. It was right there. What am I doing? I don't know if it's right, but my answer was right there in my head, and now it's gone. It's taken a sabbatical.
It was on November 18th, 2012.
November 18th, 2012. Okay, so that's the what was the number again for what?
527 yards.
527. Was it Brady?
He was 43 of 55. Nope. For 527 yards.
Big Ben?
It went overtime. It was an overtime L for the Jags. They fell to 1-9 with the loss. We battled. Chad Henne went 16 of 33 in that game for 354.
Wow.
Shout out, Chad. Justin Blackman had 7 catches in that game for 236 yards.
So it's Houston. It's Houston.
Oh, it's Schaub.
Yeah. Matt Schaub.
Okay.
Oof. Andre Johnson had 14 for 273. Garrett Graham, 8 for 82. Owen Daniels, 6 for 57. Kevin Walter, 6 for 54. 527 yards. Ouch. Arian Foster also rushed for 90 that day.
Of course he did.
Jags lose 43-37.
And that's probably part of that 15-year stretch where they beat us more than we should let them. Including this year where we blew like an 80-point lead in the second half. Remember that one? All right, let's turn our attention to the 9 o'clock hour.
We're going to get nasty.
Well, I will say this, just a tease.
C.J. Mosley had 2 sacks that day for the Jags.
Ric Flair says he's got more on the resume than Wilt Chamberlain. I'll let you explain that in the 9 o'clock nasty. That's next on The Drill.
I think that's
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
This is it. Yeah, this is it. This is what?
1010XL.
There's no better way to heal that foot and mouth problem than by sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers. If your foot gets stuck in your mouth, extract it with a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers for over 75 years.
Did you know Beards Diamonds now has luxury pre-owned Rolex watches? Yeah, they do. If you've always wanted a Rolex but haven't been able to find one or didn't want to jump through all the hoops with an authorized dealer, you need to check out these pristine Rolex models now available at Beards. Immaculate timepieces at fair market prices. Gang, if you're engagement ring shopping this spring too, remember Beards. They can and will beat anyone else's price on diamonds. Those big box Wall Street-owned chain stores, man, they can't touch Beards pricing. That includes, by the way, both natural and lab-grown diamonds. And Beards is local, man. Say hi to the Lupos when you go in there. They've been doing this for 40-plus years. They have the flexibility to get you the guaranteed best value. Beards is Jacksonville's diamond powerhouse. And listen, Mother's Day's around the corner. Get into Beards and check out the most amazing, affordable, timeless gifts for that special mother in your life. You know what I say? Shop local. Shop Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
Ace Carline here for Atlantic Infinity, and yes, I'm still loving my new QX60. Right now, you can lease one or lock in just 1.9% financing for 60 months, and every new Infinity comes with the Atlantic Infinity Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value. That's one of many reasons why I bought mine there. No pressure, no games, just a great experience. Make your next ride an Infinity from Atlantic Infinity. Visit AtlanticInfinity.com or the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
I insist on complete honesty.
You can chime in anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
If you have something to say to me, I wish you would just say it.
Share your opinion.
Are you nuts?
What? 641-1010.
That's crazy.
Hi, I'm Kelly, owner of DexaFit Jacksonville. Do you really know your numbers? Body fat, muscle, and bone density? At DexaFit Jacksonville, we use the DEXA-Scan, the gold standard for precise body composition data. We also measure VO2 max and resting metabolic rate, giving you a complete picture of how your body performs and burns fuel. No guessing, just clinical, science-backed data you can track over time just like an athlete. Book today at jacksonville.dexafit.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hacker here with an opportunity. Drop 40 pounds by the 4th. You can do it. I dropped my first 40 in 6 weeks. Hayes did it. Dempsey, Amber, and thousands of others have done it. 40 by the 4th. Awaken. 180weightloss.com.
How wide is home plate in baseball?
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The home plate in baseball is a generous 17 inches wide, although most major league pitchers would think otherwise.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Lifetime Flooring.
Jeff Breyer and Zach Breyer here with the Lifetime Family of Companies. Looking to revitalize and fall in love with your home again?
At Lifetime Flooring, our family-owned team brings you top-quality flooring and bath remodels with the professionalism that big box stores can't touch.
And Lifetime Enclosures will help you design and build what will become your favorite room in your home.
This Easter, everybody will want to hop on over.
Absolutely. So visit our websites or one of our showrooms today to experience the Lifetime difference and ask about our Easter specials.
Lifetime Flooring.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Chad and Sandy Real Estate. Gator head coach Todd Golden commented on Ruben Chinyulu's declaring for the NBA draft.
We hope Ruben's back. He's going to test, check out what's out there for him.
Jaguars keep draft plans locked down, but late buzz says a move back into round one is possible with running back and D-line among real targets. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:05 and it's 68 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. It's the 9 o'clock Nasty, and it's next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name. When last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine wreck, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. There's only one. Jim Crockett, when you brought me here 10 years ago, you knew.
I don't know, man. I'm going to put Wilt up against him.
All right, here's the just the note. I'm going to leave it at this. Ric Flair did
9 o'clock Nasty.
Ric Flair did an interview yesterday. Claims he beat Wilt Chamberlain to a record of 20,000 years ago. I blew by Wilt when I was 39. I want to make it clear to all of you. They weren't all 10s. There's a couple of heavyweights along the way, but it was a small town.
God. No, he didn't.
Hey, see, I got to give him props for that. They weren't all 10s.
Oh, my God. Come on, man.
I just said a couple of heavyweights.
A couple of heavyweights.
He was the world heavyweight champion.
Woo! I will admit, I loved it with that 10 minutes where Ric Flair was a big Gator fan. Remember that, Hick?
Yeah.
I've seen him fan up with about 8 other schools since then, but he was a big Gator fan for a while. I think maybe, has he been married a few times? Is that among the 20,000?
I think so.
Yeah. I feel like the wife was a Gator fan. Or did he have a tie to Florida? Do you remember, Dan?
Yeah, I think his kids went there.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Maybe
But
his daughter.
I don't know if he beat Wilt, but he was definitely up there too, man. The Nature Boy was out there.
Nature Boy. That was back when it was the glory days of wrestling where you didn't know if it was real or fake. It added some drama to it. Ric Flair also said in that interview, by the way, that had nothing to do with body count, he thinks Tony Khan is ultimately going to own the WWE, which, I'm not into the business of wrestling, but I know that I do know that the WWE it feels like, is WWE currently active, E? Or is it done?
Oh, no.
I feel like AEW is second to WWE, right?
I think WWF is no more.
No, it became WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who he said he's buying. Oh, no, never mind. I was thinking NWA. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So that's Vince's. That'd be the big boys.
Big boy.
Huh. Well, they got some family cash. I do know that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the purchase price would be on something that.
Mm-hmm.
Flair is an icon, though. He's an icon of all that razzle dazzle style and flair, no pun intended, of wrestling. He captured it about as good as anybody before it got, to the ridiculous with The Rock and Cena and Stone Cold and all those dudes.
Iconic draft moments as we watch the NFL draft tonight. There's always great ones. Like let's go through a few. Like let's start with
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the
people
phone?
what that
That was the phone.
Yeah.
Is he with that girl still, do you know?
I doubt it.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, his girlfriend, he had grabbed that whole phone from her.
Phone.
She was going to take advantage. I never get his phone. When she's talking to them, I'll grab it.
Shout out to Lake City's own. He gave us one of the greats, Laramie Tunsil.
But that wasn't actually, that was the day of.
You ever use a gas mask?
No.
What are we doing?
You don't need that?
What about Ric Flair?
I ain't trying to
Or
go,
one of those heavyweights.
I ain't trying to go to Jupiter.
What about Eli Manning forcing himself off the Chargers?
Uh-huh.
That was a good one.
Oh, so these are kind of draft days, not necessarily visual at the draft.
No.
Yeah.
Vikings running out of time
That was a good one.
on their pick.
And then almost as ridiculous.
And then doing it again.
And then almost as ridiculous, the Jags take Leftwich instead of Suggs. But that didn't make the list.
Will Levis slide with his girlfriend?
His girlfriend?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is the one that immediately pops to me. Keep going to young Aaron Rodgers. He's just sitting there with his shoulders slumped throughout the first round.
C.J. Henderson?
While Brady Quinn goes.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper? That's an oldie but a goodie.
That was that Polian that said that on there?
No, it wasn't Polian.
It wasn't.
It was
McCormick? Is that
Colts
his name?
guy, but
Yeah.
no, it wasn't McCormick.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. Belichick's dog. Remember that one during the COVID? Kept going to yeah.
Oh, I'll give you a good one. Remember when the Giants GM was just tooling around in his thing, his kids running around the room.
Yeah.
Like it's playtime.
His kid was in there. Tony Khan had the neck brace on.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I was like, hold on, what's going on?
Playing the bit from the AEW. That was Bill Tobin.
Sean McVay and Les Snead laughing at the Cole Strange pick. That was a good one. I remember that one.
Bill Tobin, not Polian.
Bill Tobin. Yep. Saints trading everything for Ricky Williams.
That's probably going to be a mistake.
Classic stuff. I don't remember Pickens staring at the TV screen. Do you remember that one?
Carl Pickens?
It must be George or the Cowboys receiver.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Through the years, you always get
you don't want to be a part of one of those.
Who's going to be the meme tonight?
Yeah.
So, man, I tell you what, unless I would not go there if I wasn't going to be in the first round. I wouldn't go if I was going to be deep, man. If I'm any of those top 10s and I want to go, I'm there. But outside of that, why am I doing that, man? I'd rather stay home with the family. I'd rather go fishing. That's what Joe Thomas did on draft day back in the day. It was a daytime draft.
Yeah.
That was still when it was on a Saturday afternoon.
Was
My
on the
man
boat,
went
right?
fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. I'm on Lake Michigan. Y'all just let me know where I'm at.
I don't know. You got to live for the moment, man. It's
And you
a great
remember
thing.
there was also too. You had that era of the draft where we got to the point where whoever had the number one pick just went ahead and got the deal done.
Yeah.
And then they stopped doing that when they went to the rookie scale. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Or I guess like if you're why would you just speed it up? Hey, yeah, the Raiders are taking so and so, and yeah, they're taking so and so, and then we can just do this whole thing in an hour.
We had a lot with when C.J. Henderson got drafted, right? Because he had no excitement at all, no emotion. Everybody's like, what?
No talent. A lot of things going wrong that night.
The world is going on.
Then he came out it was the first game right
Yeah,
here.
and 2 picks, I think.
Very first game.
He did the same thing in Gainesville. His first game as a Gator, he picked off Michigan twice in that game in Dallas that we didn't compete.
Yep, he sure did. He sure did. And then Trevor was COVID year, so he was, he wasn't around, so that was kind of interesting. Yeah. So what other I mean, obviously I remember all of them. Baselli's first one, the first pick, Tony Baselli, babyface Bo. Yeah, it's a lot of fun through the years watching the draft. Coach Coughlin yelling at R.J. Soward on the phone after he picked him. We're not going to have that kind of crap around here, right?
Yeah.
He knew. He knew.
Unfortunately, R.J. wasn't honest with him.
No, he wasn't.
Tony's got great stories about R.J. The guys that were there then. I mean, that was maybe at least for our perspective here in town, he would be the birth child of the age of entitlement. He's the first one that came along who's a highly talented. Those dudes that have to send a limo to pick him up to get him to the facility, bro.
Mm-hmm.
An unproven, ain't done nothing, 20-year-old 29th pick. He had a problem with the bottle. That's just bottom line. But yeah, one day the word goes that he came in late, he was asleep or something, and they finally had enough. The vets picked him up and dumped him in a cold tub. Wasn't that the story, Hick?
Nobody thought we were going to get Josh Hines Allen. Remember that? And then he kept falling. He kept falling. He got to 7. And most people had him slated. I think, was that the Raiders who took Farrell? Cleveland Farrell?
Yeah, from Clemson.
Josh Hines Allen's a really, that's if we were ranking the Jags, taking in mind where they were taken.
Mm-hmm.
He's the top 5 first-round pick, isn't he? Maybe even higher? As far as hitting the right guy, hitting a good player, not wait,
Jalen was good. He was what?
Jalen's a good one. 5, I think.
Daniel Jones and Clelin Ferrell both went in front of Josh Hines Allen.
I saw Daniel Jones is throwing. There's a little update.
Kyler Murray was 1. Nick Bosa was 2. Quinnen Williams was 3. Hard to argue with any of those
are all
guys.
good picks.
Ed Oliver in that one.
Clelin Ferrell, Devin White, Daniel Jones, and Josh Hines Allen. Then T.J. Hawkinson and Ed Oliver.
Okay.
So good players.
Yeah, they're all
man.
good. Anybody picked after Allen that you think is better?
Better?
Yeah. In other words, like nailing the pick. That seems like a pretty nailed pick. He's been a really good player here.
Brian Burns went 16th. They're about the same.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Simmons went 19th.
Good player.
He's
yeah.
really good.
I got more All-Pro to his resume.
Let's see if anybody else.
I mean, just to follow a lot of years of missing, Hines Allen would be at worst a triple. I mean, you got a top 10 pick that you don't screw
Hines Allen's
up.
a great pick.
Yeah, he didn't screw it up at all. This doesn't count because it wasn't draft day, but
I
it was
don't
part
remember who the Jags were going to draft that year because it wasn't Josh Hines Allen because we didn't expect him to
Was
be
it
there.
Hawkinson, maybe?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think they were going to take a tight end that high.
What year is this?
This is
It's right after the
19.
17. Oh, 19.
I don't remember. This is Coughlin and Caldwell, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? They're still
Yeah. Unless Tom had already been let go.
I think Tom was there. I'm trying to remember who they had targeted, though. I don't remember. Interesting. Maybe somebody at home does. Yeah, there's a bunch of good football players, though. Dexter Lawrence went that year.
That's a good draft.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs, Montez Sweat, all in the first round.
January. What year did you say that draft was?
2019.
Yeah, he was. Coughlin was not there. He was there January 2017 to. He was December 2019. I thought I was saying January 2019.
Yeah. I remember him being
Or
there.
EVP.
Yeah.
I guess I want to say president.
But I don't know. I because I'm pretty sure they.
Give me the guys. I don't remember any of those names. Ed Oliver. We may have talked about him a little.
Might have been. I don't know. The expectation was Josh Hines Allen was not going to be there. Like if you looked at the mocks, he was going to the Raiders.
Who were the mocks given the Jags?
I don't remember.
You don't know.
That's what I
you're
can't
not
remember.
finding that there. I got you.
Yeah. That's what I can't remember. It's just interesting. All right, let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's 1010XL's crime-fighting sports team. Tom McManus, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl. Keeping Jacksonville's airways safe.
And that's kicking your ass.
2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be Jacksonville's #1 Buick GMC dealer. How do they earn that? By treating you right. I was just in there. I promise you they treated me right. They'll always treat you right. Courtesy, respect, and fairness. That sounds like a cliche, but it really is part of Nimnick's treating you right guarantee, and I'm an example of it. I love going over there, and I really do trust them. So if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle or a new vehicle, head to Nimnick today. Better selection, better prices. Who delivers both? Nobody but Nimnick. Head there today. GMC, we are professional grade.
It's Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
It's Gator passion on display when Patrick Young brings power forward intensity to the drill.
Patrick Young, a rip and a run.
Fast breaks and clutch shots with Dan and Jeff. Friday mornings at 8:30. Tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers.
Leon Serza here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers, and I'm not talking about their cook-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about the house-made ranch, so good nobody will blame you if you double dip. I'm talking about Wingstop that delivers straight to your door, and did you know they're open until 1 a.m.? So visit wingstop.com or use the app to get flavors delivered right to your door, late night, only at Wingstop.
Can't stop. Wingstop. DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go.
Pages in your mailbox right now. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
And we're back. Draft today for the first time ever, at least as scheduled. The Jags will not have a first-round pick, but the final prognostications are being made, the notebook pages being sifted through. Is as sure a number one pick as one can be. Fernando Mendoza at Indiana, and who are you getting? Are you getting Joe Burrow? Are you getting Jameis Winston? The jury's out. It won't be from lack of support, at least when it comes to brain trust. You got Tom Brady at the top. You got a quarterback-friendly Clint Kubiak as a head coach, albeit a rookie head coach, and then your veteran tutorial comes from Kirk Cousins, who certainly knows a lot about the league as well. So he's in a good spot. He's an older player, isn't he, Mendoza?
Yeah, he's got some age.
Yeah, he's got some age, some experience. And I would see that more and more are landing on David Bailey with the Jets. I think when it comes to Bailey and Reese, the way that, who is going to be better will be the one the Jets don't pick. Somehow it just works out for guys like that.
22 for Mendoza.
Yeah, 22. Jeremiah Love, number 3 to the Cardinals. Is that 3 as in that spot, or as in somebody may trade up there to get him?
It's a good question.
A lot of people have Jeremiah Love as the top 3 player on their board. How do we play whole football seasons, Dan, and not get these impressions, and then you get to the draft and they are there?
I remember Jeremiah Love going 99 against Indiana in the playoff. I also remember I've seen his highlight of his run for a touchdown against Penn State a million times, where it was like 2 yards, but he broke like 7 tackles. So it was great.
I knew he was a good player. Don't get me wrong. I didn't know he was considered a top 3 player in college football, and be the top running backs don't go that high in the draft.
Yeah.
Is Saquon the last guy to go?
Pretty
good.
What
was he, a 2 pick? What was Saquon?
6.9 yards a carry, 18 touchdowns for Jeremiah Love.
Oh yeah, it's all there. I'm just saying he didn't seem to be that far like Ashton Genty his year. You knew from week 1 the best running back and going to be a top 10 pick. And I didn't feel, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But
who will be a better NFL running back? I would say Jeremiah Love.
Then
what would you say?
Then who?
Ashton Genty.
I don't know, man. It depends if I believe what Genty. They say there's a stat. I don't remember what exactly it is. Maybe it's yards after contact or unexpected that Genty fared great in last year.
Yeah.
Which
3.7.
Yeah, just indicated that
not much room to run.
Yeah, that there wasn't much room to run.
What do you think, E? Love or Genty?
I'd probably go Love. I just Genty.
How can 1 year ago, though, Genty be the best prospect since Barry Sanders?
That's what they were saying, right?
Yeah. The total combo, vision, power, speed. So I'd hate to write him, just because he had to go play 1 year against the big boys while Love was running still at college.
Right.
Well, we'll see. Oh.
But I will say this. Wouldn't you? Bijan is better than Genty.
Bijan is
right?
Monster.
But Bijan, they talked about. Love, to me, gives me Bijan vibes. That's how they were talking about him.
Okay.
Like, Genty was talked about even more. Like, he was like
big.
Yeah, could have been. Yeah. Love feels more like. And then there's always a guy like who was completely under the radar, and he seems to be in that same ilk, and that was Jahmyr Gibbs. He wasn't a hot topic at all.
And that
it
was another bad boy.
It was shocking when Detroit traded up and they took him like number 10. Shocking. And Jadarian Price may be that guy this year that somebody will shock, whether it's the Jags or someone else, and they trade either to the end of the first or early in the second to get him. I don't remember a draft, surely there have been them, where you've got a guy as highly touted as Jeremiah Love at number 1 and then nobody else with a grade above like round 3, or maybe Price higher than that. It's a different setup and scenario, that's for sure.
Man, just the consistency at the running back is so tough to do. That's why I just sit there and I gotta go to my guy Derrick Henry, man. 2 years in Baltimore.
Second round pick.
1,921 yards, 1,600 yards.
It's 2 years.
32 touchdowns.
19 and 1,600.
Tennessee let him walk.
19 and 1,600, man.
Yeah.
What was that 1,600 last year in the NFL? That second?
It was up there. 307 for 1,595 and 325 for 1,921 and 280 for 1,167 and 349 for 1,538. And I mean, this guy.
Derrick Henry was second in the league. 1,595 last year was second in the NFL. Jonathan Taylor was third, 1,585. Bijan was fourth, 1,478. Devon Achane, or is it Travis Achane? Anyway, 1,1350. The leader, James Cook, 1,621.
Where do you think Derrick Henry is in all-time rushing attempts in the NFL?
Attempts?
Yeah.
How many years?
16 to 25.
So 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah. He's probably top 10.
Yeah, he be toting that thing.
Yeah, 21st all-time.
Oh, what's that?
2,662 rushes.
And this is a guy, by the way.
If he gets 300 this year, he'll be like 13th.
That's what I'm saying. He'll jump up there quick. He, by the way, also spits directly into this narrative that, running backs got they got mileage on the legs. However many times you ran it in high school and college, those count. This guy in high school ran it 1,000,000 times.
Emmett ran it 4,409 times in the NFL.
That's a record.
Emmett is Derrick Henry smaller because Emmett ran it a ton at college and a ton in high school.
Yeah.
And that's Derrick Henry, too. Henry ran it.
Henry, like Emmett, never seriously injured either.
Derrick Henry, he missed 8 games in 2021. 303, 370. His first 3 years were small. 110, 176, and then 215.
Well, they had who was the running back they had? Remember, he was a combo.
Yeah. It wasn't Chris Jackson, right? He didn't loop
Chris Johnson still maybe, or was it DeMarco Murray?
Anyway. Some type of combo.
It was a combo the first couple of years.
And then he took over in 19. 303, 378. 219, 349, 280, 325, 307.
That might be the biggest miss collectively by the draft from this standpoint. Like you could argue, what do you mean Brady? But 6th round, he wasn't on anyone's radar. If you go high 2nd round, it means anybody could have taken you in round 1 and not batted an eye. And every single team passed on him. He's got who's better in that draft?
What year was he drafted?
You just said I think 16 to 25.
So the 2016 NFL draft. Man, that was, they all thought he was too big, too upright, right?
Whatever.
Where'd he get drafted? He was 45th. Jihad Ward, former Jag, went right in front of him by the Raiders. Nice job. Austin Johnson, Kamale Correa, Reggie Ragland, Sterling Shepard, Noah Spance, Xavier Howard, Chris Jones. Okay. Miles Jack, Hunter Henry, Jalen Smith, Kevin Dodd, Emmanuel Agba.
This is terrible, dude.
Vernon Butler, Jermaine Afidi.
We're in the first round now.
Joshua Garrett, Kenny Clark,
Paxton Lynch, Artie Burns, William Jackson III, Laquan Treadwell. I'm going to go where he should have gone. Doxson, no. Fuller, no. Darren Lee, no. Shaq Lawson, no. Should have been ahead of Ryan Kelly. Should have been ahead of Keanu Neal, 17th. Should have been ahead of Taylor Decker, Corey Coleman, Carl Joseph, Laramie.
He should have been ahead of Carson Wentz.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you kidding me? He's better than any of these guys.
He actually, to be honest,
Zeke went 4th.
To be honest with you, he should be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah,
is what he should have been.
Zeke went 4th.
It was Jared Goff.
Way better than Zeke.
Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Joey Bosa.
Yeah,
who's not as good as the other one. Ezekiel Elliott 4th. Yeah, that's where it should have been. Derrick Henry.
And again, in college,
no respect, man.
In college, just so you understand, Heisman Trophy winning year. 395 carries, 2,219 yards, and 28 touchdowns. Unstoppable.
And how did he? I mean, he must have tested pretty good at the combine.
He's a monster.
How could Ezekiel Elliott go 40 picks before Derrick?
I don't think they didn't think he was athletic enough.
They don't know what the hell they're doing. Is the point? I'm sorry. That's right in front of you.
He was too big to play.
Did they say they didn't want to play him at running back or something?
That was that was college.
Yeah. Okay.
Florida wanted to play him at linebacker.
We always come up with that story.
Well, I've heard. Yeah, I mean, I've heard it. I thought I heard it from you, but I don't know.
6'3", 247 to 252, 4.5 40 at the combine, 33-inch arms,
44.5 in super fast. And if you're big like that, they figure thumpers in the NFL are going to take this guy down.
It took him too long to get started, but he did 10 feet, 10 inches broad jump, 37 inches vertical.
Can push a tractor up a hill.
Yeah, I mean,
can chop down billboards. All kinds of things.
And just a great, player.
And in fairness,
yeah,
real easy to say sitting here 10 years later.
Oh, for sure.
You don't know. There'll be someone tonight that should have gone higher. We won't know it for a few years. But
yeah, that's fair.
Such is the draft. All right, quick timeout.
28 touchdowns at Alabama.
Yeah, that's a bunch. That's just, it seems amazing that Ezekiel Elliott would go 4 and he'd go 45. Maybe you like running backs or you don't.
It's kind of like Emmett. I used to say about Emmett. He was the best in high school. He was the best in college. He'll be the best in the pros. And that's
and you can say that about certain positions. I tried to use that for Tebow. It didn't work.
Yeah.
It's
that's
the
fair.
drill. Back with more next.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Big moves, big wrecks.
They're crashing behind him. Elliott's in the wall.
Sunday at Talladega Super Speedway.
Checkered flag is out.
NASCAR is revved up by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 and 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296. Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429. Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Stunning visuals, extended arrangements. Experience Pink Floyd like never before. Floyd Nation returns to the Florida Theater with the Inner Light Tour, a powerful, immersive live show with the music you love. Wish you were here, comfortably numb, time, and another brick in the wall. It's more than a tribute, it's a journey. Floyd Nation, November 13th at Florida Theater. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call Zero Res. Step into a fresher, cleaner home this spring with Zero Res. You might think because you mop often your floors are clean, but they're actually collecting dirt. That isn't obvious to the eye. After a while, the hardwood or tile or LVP, well, it looks dull. And this is where Zero Res takes care of you. This month, get 20% off all hard floor cleaning. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. What do I do, Hick? Call them. 287-5727. I'll say it again. 287-5727. Or just go online at zeroresjacksonville.com. Make sure to ask for the 1010 XL special. Zero Res! Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, it's draft night. Get ready. Pumped up. Loving it. Jaguars don't have a first-round pick. First time they've never had a first-round pick.
First time ever.
It's amazing.
My golden moment comes from the Gators down there in Gainesville, where not only do we learn that Thomas Houck is returning, but he can buy a lot of gold doubloons with that NIL, which ranges from reports anywhere from $5 million to $10 million.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, the price of hoops has gone up in Gainesburg. Just put it that way.
Nobody wants to say exactly, but he's getting millions.
Oh, yeah. Getting, he doesn't want to say either. He does want to say it's not this. Okay, yeah. It doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't say, it's a lot of money, man. Y'all new to this? I'm the only guy getting paid? You make a guy have to, like, battle or prove that you love your school?
Right.
Does it mean should you get less credit because they're paying you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're a Gator fan, you'd be happy that it's a system now that that you can keep a guy from going pro and give you another chance, another year to win. So,
PGA Tour is in
Zurich.
That's
Nolens.
And so we'll see how that.
Yeah, no one knows the format. So no, actually, I do know the format. It's heck though on fantasy and daily fantasy. I wish, from fantasy standpoint, they would do these in teams and not split the cut. But if you play fantasy or you got to like individual golfers, it doesn't seem to make sense.
Looks like Bo Hostler and Sam Ryder, who I picked in fantasy golf, are off to a good start. 4 under.
Did you pick them?
Yeah,
I picked Hostler too. Did you pick both of them?
No.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to pick 1 or 2. I picked 1.
We joked about David Lipsky and Rico Hoey, but they're 4 under too.
They're twins.
By the way, another Dan pick: Austin Cook and Jason Duffner, 3 under.
You know what? Did you copy my paper? I had Duffner also.
They were like
cheap.
Yeah, their last ones on the board. Yeah, that's what we got going on here.
I almost took Cameron Champ too, but I figured that guy's been invisible for so long. These scores today, I think it's a scramble. They'll be low.
Yeah, today's the low day.
Two-man scramble.
Isn't Bo Hostler? Isn't he the gentleman that fishes? That caught the fish?
No.
That's Boo Weekly.
Okay, Boo Weekly. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Boo Weekly, who made a whole TikTok video out at the media day. Were you with us that day? We were watching Boo fish. Is that me and you, or is that?
Might have been.
Right on brand. Boo Weekley. That's a guy. Boo Weekley was this old hillbilly golfer who, back in the day at the Ryder Cup, he had a good drive. He put he shoved the driver between his legs and was patting it on the back while he ran down the course. Who does that?
That's something I would do.
You were at an event last night, the Taste of Golf. You said Parker Washington was there.
Parker Washington.
Did you ask him about his tat?
Did you ask about did you ask about one, his tat, two, any contract extension, and three, would he like to do the show a couple times this summer? None of those.
None of them. But he's definitely tatted because he had on long sleeves, but you could still see it. Parker was there. Cam Little, who goes there all the time. Ross Madisick was also there. I think those are the only 3 Jags that were there.
Okay.
A great event put on by First Tee North Florida. Shout out to TPC Sawgrass for hosting it.
Good time. Taste of golf.
Taste of golf. I tasted a lot of food. And,
of course you did.
That First Tee has worked well for its stated goals and intent when it started. I don't know if it started, but it really, part of the genesis here was Joe Barrow Jr., was that his name, Dan? Joe Lewis's son?
Oh, yeah.
He was the head of the First Tee when it began, and they did a lot here in Jacksonville. We broke ground at Brentwood. I don't know if it was the First Tee facility, but I know as home of the PGA Tour, it was one of the first. And they do a lot of great stuff. Introduced a lot of kids to golf.
There is I'm a degenerate.
Okay.
And we can get some action going tonight on the NFL draft.
Oh, boy.
You can bet the draft. I got a couple best bets for you.
Okay.
Carnell Tate, first wide receiver selected.
Ooh, I don't know. That Jordan Tyson, I keep seeing him fifth to the Giants. Have you seen that? They seem to love him. That would scare me a little.
I think.
What odds do you get on Tate?
I don't want to. Just telling you, giving you a couple little prop bets to kind of take a little peek-see at. They say New York more likely. I'm going to lean towards New York taking Sonny Styles, which will open the door for our guy Carnell Tate to get selected. So
okay, because the Giants could go 5 there and then Tyson 10. So, and if that's the case and somebody loves Tate, then
Jets second pick, go with Arvell Reese if you're a gambler. Don't go with
second pick overall.
David Bailey. Jets hosted Reese for a top 30 visit. Did cancel their meeting with Bailey.
There's another Texas Tech D lineman that if the Jags stay put might be in play at 56. That's that big defensive tackle. Hunter, what is his name? Lee Hunter? He's a big hole plugger.
If Love gets to Tennessee, that's the place to lock him up.
Yeah, I was thinking, what do they? They don't have anything, do they? They
Pollard,
Tyjae Spears and Pollard. Yeah, if you can go for it, yeah.
And they want give some Cam Ward something.
Look, this just in. I don't want Jeremiah Love going to the Titans. And I think it's a perfect pick. If I was the Titans, that's the direction I'd go. I got a first round, number 1 overall quarterback, played pretty well last year. Let's get a difference maker. Although it's not. If they have both those guys on contract, that those are decent backs. Pollard and Spears. This isn't like, oh my God, we're terrible. We got to have a running back. So I mean, and to the point that you almost have to trade Pollard or Spears if you draft him, don't you? Like do a draft night trade.
I don't have the odds. I just have the kind of some of the numbers. But basically, Mansour Delaney, a top 10 pick. He's a defensive back from LSU.
Yeah, they're saying he's the next in that line of
Denzel Boston, a first rounder. That's a good pick.
That's a receiver, isn't it, from Washington?
Yeah. Here's a little outlander. Jadarian Price in the first round.
Yeah,
he's right at the bottom of the first round, maybe. So, somebody trade up to get him, whatever. So, anyway, there are a few out there that.
I would like to play the over under. I'm this ridiculousness that y'all out there think this thing's ending at 10:15, 10:30. You go ahead, you ride that out if you want. We went from 10 to 8 minutes, and last year it went super fast then. But I can do the math. If there's 8 minutes around and there's 32 teams, we got 4 hour bare minimum, don't we? Unless teams don't take their 8 minutes, but. It's not just the team taking their 8. There's going to be it's got to be 8 between picks. I guess if you have a few where they're ready to go, and sometimes they are. But then you also get the trade, and then they take 8 minutes to make their decision. So that happens sometimes. I would say 4 hours over under would be a fair. If you do 32 and they all take 8, it'll be longer than 4 hours, right? I mean that's just math. 250 something minutes. It's 4 something hours and starts at 8. But I'm told that last year it moved along pretty quickly. And that was with 10 minutes between rounds, and this year it's 8, I guess.
All right, let's take a break and make the turn for home, and we return right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Some plumbing companies say they're local, right up until you realize their headquarters are in New York City. At Holland Sons Plumbing, we're actually from here. Born, raised, and fixing leaks right here in Jacksonville. Holland Sons Plumbing. Local. Family. Real.
Attention men and women. If you'd like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Growing up in Jacksonville, I always associated beards with an elevated experience, something that isn't your big box store.
Dr. Aryan Afshari talking about his experience at Beards Diamonds.
Every single time I've walked into Beards, I have felt confident. I have felt like I've been guided down the right path. I feel like no one is there to take my money and that they all have my best interest in mind.
When Dr. Afshari went into Beards Diamonds for his engagement ring, he was blown away by the selection.
We walked into Beards, they showed us a massive array of diamonds, of bands.
But they helped him narrow it down and even offered to customize a designer setting for a one-of-a-kind ring.
I showed them some inspirations and they really kind of knocked it out of the park. I think Megan still has the best ring out of all her friends.
Beards Diamonds. Unbeatable selection, direct importer prices, designer rings, no commission salespeople, and local owners.
I wanted something meaningful, and that's what I found at Beards.
Get the value and luxury experience you deserve. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here, and let's talk skin. Beaches Dermatology reminding you all to wear your sunscreen. Summer's almost here, gang, and that means more time outside. You're grabbing the clubs for your tea time. You're heading out to the boat. Just headed to the beach. Definitely bring the sunscreen. Hey, Mother's Day is coming up, so get your lady a gift card for some skin care. We know women love their skin. Beaches Dermatology, give them a call. I've been seeing them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Call today online at beachesdermatology.com.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, the Checkmate Chessman.
At most companies, people start on the ground floor and work their way up to the corner office. At Checkmate, I started on the ground floor, and almost 20 years in, that's still where I am, making ground floors look awesome, one garage at a time.
Well, I started as a pawn and worked my way up to king.
No, you didn't. Some guy drew you as a king. I asked them to give you a roller, so at least you look like one of the guys.
Yes, I rather would have preferred a sword.
At Checkmate, I work personally with our teams to perfect the preparation and application techniques that make Checkmate floors beautiful and durable.
And I keep things classy with my adorable accent.
Beautiful floors?
Check. Guaranteed to last?
Check. The finishing touch your home deserves? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com.
Hicken here. Beat the spring cleaning rush and call Zero Res. This month, get 20% off hard floor cleaning and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com.
Zero Res.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
You know, it's interesting. They continue to say, the experts, 12 to 15 guys are getting first-round grades in this draft. Only 12 to 15. Not the best. Not the best. So, anyway, that's interesting.
Got the Guggen Open on Monday.
We do.
Boys are out busy in the hallways, stuffing the bags and getting ready to go.
Funny teeth. The omelet maker back working?
Yeah, I don't know, but the omelet maker, that's old school. That goes back to your current executive vice president of the Jaguars wrestling Mr. Tennessee on a practice green. That's how long ago that was.
That was at Windsor Park.
Yeah, could you see
play
that?
The best you can play.
Imagine that today. Tony and Mr. 10 just wrestling it out there in Houston.
Shout out to Mr. 10. He won't be playing for the first time in, gosh,
Why? What
20
happened?
years. He just
Can't
couldn't make it work out, so he's got work. So he used to be the Monday after the Masters. I think we changed the date on him, so he'll be missing.
This guy, he goes fishing 10 times a year. He goes to 41 sports events a year. Now he's got to work. I don't know, Hick. I think he might be giving us a little brush off.
No, I don't take that at all.
All right.
If Mr. 10 could make the Guggen, he'd make the Guggen.
Mr. 10, if you got a picture of a Guggen in the dictionary, it would probably be a picture of Mr. 10.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking me about Eat to the Tea Time also. That's coming up, too.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, Eat to the Tea Time is quickly approaching.
When is that?
After the Guggen. It's going to be June 26th.
Start pumping it up after the Guggen.
After the Guggen.
We had to pump up the Guggen first.
What's the date on it?
June 26th.
Okay.
Friday, June 26th.
Okay. All right. That's exciting, man.
Where are we going this year?
Queens Harbor.
Oh, dang. I couldn't be any further from your crib and your joint.
Yeah, a lot of people all the players were complaining that it was too
They had
far.
to come for that
So
one?
I could sacrifice it.
All right.
Thank you for doing that.
Okay. Well, yeah, there we go. When is that again? June 26th?
Yeah.
I've never been really good about like using the calendar. I mean, I'm not telling you I'm bad about keeping up with stuff. I'm not good about just putting stuff down on a calendar and knowing exactly what it is. I was just seeing you're gone a lot of June. I wasn't sure when it was, but yeah, you'll be back by then. Your game should be in great shape after all that European golf you'll be playing.
Man, watch out.
I'm trying to talk by the way, I do have a couple of updates because I know everyone's interested in my personal life. The Sale Scooble matchup got unhinged.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to worry about that Wednesday night game. But I will get to see Sale pitch on Thursday. So I'm happy about that. Scooble's going to go Wednesday for the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Sale, initially it was a Wednesday matchup between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to take the sticks when I go out to the Sphere this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Play some of that Vegas golf. So, anybody out there want to just hook us up somewhere? Let me know.
What's the good one that's where they do the pro-am?
The what? There's a No, it's called Shadow Creek. Is that one? I think there's a Shadow. Yeah, there's a few. I've never played Vegas golf, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. I know there's a golf course. I see it on YouTube. It's kind of cool that plays next to the Sphere. Mm-hmm. And you can see, like, there's a fairway that you're hitting the ball down toward the green, and the Sphere's behind you. And like if you mess it up, he'll wink at you. There's a dude in there like Wizard of Oz programming the thing.
I think it's called the Chicken Ranch.
So what's the Chicken Ranch?
I think that's where you'll be.
No, it's called the Bunny Ranch, first of all, not the chick, isn't it?
Bunny Ranch?
Yeah, I think that's where you're trying to allude to is where Ric Flair would go. Is that what you mean?
Where Rick would go.
Add to the number.
Big number.
Yeah, it's a big number.
You can get a big number at the ranch.
Can you get it? And like Rick, probably not many tens and a few heavyweights.
Crazy thing about that is they used to have a damn TV show about that.
Yeah, the crazy thing about it is the human condition would want to take you out to a bunny ranch in the middle of America to get some.
Cost at the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
You're not playing the game right, brother. You ain't got none.
Cost at the Moonlight Bunny Ranch, located near Carson City.
The cost on your soul, a little different.
Quick party typically starts around $400.
Yeah. I mean,
quick party?
Yeah.
Quick party.
Yeah. Hello, Magic Spa. That's where you go. Rich people are rich for a reason. That's why you follow Bob Kraft and not, Lamar Odom.
Oof. Better get us out of here.
Hey, you guys declared the 9 o'clock moniker, not me.
It got nasty.
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Morning, Tony.
Morning, guys.
Draft day is here.
It is. At
least
for most of the league.
Hick had a trivia question today. The Jags will have a new player by the end of today, or they won't. Where would you land on that?
They won't.
They won't. You don't think there'll be any deals or anything?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's the smart money.
And I don't even want to know what the cost would be for them to have a player.
They can't. If they get to the bottom, I can tell you, they can get to like the Seahawks' 32nd pick by giving up their second and
two of those thirds,
or
probably.
1/3 and even a fourth if it's the high third. So that's what it would take.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, doable if you got 11 picks, but a lot.
Yeah,
especially here's
especially
one thing.
for a player at the first round of a draft where no one's talking about a bunch of these guys.
Yeah, and especially when there are positions of depth, edge rush, tight end, they're going to fit the sweet spot of where you're taking there in rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Linebacker,
yeah.
Also.
A lot of the needs the team has do fit what's actually available in this draft outside of defensive interior, but that's That's one of those where every team basically has that as a top 3 or 4 need.
Every year.
Yeah, and they're just not there. In this draft, and apparently the way they're talking about it won't be in the draft next year either. So whatever help you're going to get, hopefully you're growing it at home because it's not happening.
Yeah, makes sense. Lots of draft talk. Who went highlight of the media mock draft, if there was one? Anything surprising, shocking?
Well, it was 9 of the 16 in our half of the mock draft yesterday were from 3 schools.
Ohio State,
from Miami, and Indiana.
Wow.
Right, like that was 9 of the 16 picks. I think Ohio State had 4 of them.
3 for Miami, and Messidor then went in the top 16.
Yeah, right at the end of the
2 from Indiana.
top 16. Yeah.
Cooper? Who was the other one?
It was Hooper. Yeah, Cooper. Yeah.
That seemed high. Top 16 for...
Yeah, I think he went right at 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Jets?
Yes.
Huh.
They're second round, yeah.
All right, Jaguars today, and more draft talk is coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow morning with or without your newest Jag, but certainly with plenty of storylines. So have a terrific rest of your day.